I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not. No, that's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Mark. Get over here.
They
don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay. Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still in the stars with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a motor. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what? What is a star? Like another city, the driver's side flyer. Gucci a large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with viewing for free. Ay, this one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wondering what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody. Oh, yeah, that's a rough one today. Playing hurt, everybody.
Dude, it's the studio.
I think you're right, dude. I really do.
Because I never, you know me. I've gotten sick once since you've known me.
Yeah.
And ever since I start coming here more frequently, I literally have had the sniffles for the last month.
Dude, I felt terrible like as soon as I left there. I was like, what? I was fine in the morning. I felt great. I felt great. And then I don't know. I just like I was like, oh my God. It came on me like a storm yesterday. And it was just like a faucet out of this giant nose. It was terrible, dude. Terrible.
I've been on Mucinex. I don't think you can be on Mucinex as long as I've been on Mucinex. But
how long have you been on Mucinex?
Like 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I can't. And it's not like, when you're sick, you hack up nasty. Yeah. It's not even that. It's just congestion. And then I go when I go to the gym and I start sweating and open everything up, my nose runs. And that's annoying.
Yeah, it's super annoying. Super annoying.
Be working out heavy nose. Oh, wait, I'll be right back. I got to go blow my nose.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
So
we might be somebody points out, just to start off our chat today, was Jose, who says the Miami Heat is done. I think we all may be done. I don't know if there's going to be a purpose to basketball for a while because it may just be Wembanyama's league. I mean, I just don't know what you're supposed to do.
Is like we literally watched last night one of the best defensive, physical teams in the league, right? That we've seen in a while get destroyed by a guy.
It's crazy.
And the crazy thing about it is he went, 40 and 20? And they kept saying Caruso was doing a great job against him.
I mean, you're trying to do as much as you can against him. He finished with 41.
Why didn't he put Chet on him?
Dude, I don't know.
Two sticks.
Chet did have that did have that block to send it to overtime. But, I mean, there was at one point, dude, did you see the one where he dunked on Chet and SGA at the same time?
Right.
At the same time. What do you do? And then, I mean, the shot everybody's talking about is the one that he pulls up
from 28.
Ridiculous. Yeah, it looked like OKC. You have all the momentum. Jalen Williams, willy-nilly to the basket. Then SGA gets the basket. Oh, we finally got him. We got him. All right. Put a scare into us. And then Wembanyama was like, cool story, dude. How about this?
And they just did it calmly. And everybody's like, shoot that. Shoot that. Bigs don't shoot like that. Shoot it. Go ahead.
So,
nothing but net.
Yeah, so we all may be done, Jose. It may not just be the Miami Heat. We all may be done because unless we send Kel'el Ware to the Shaolin monks.
Here, what's going to be the downfall of the Spurs? All the minutes that he may have to play for them to win, he might wear down.
Mate, that's your only hope, though.
That's your only hope.
That's your only hope.
If I'm OKC, then I just keep bodying him. Just keep bodying him. Just keep that. Maybe he just like, because they're going to have to, he can't play 40 plus minutes every night. And so what you have to do is keep putting a body on him, keep making him use them little bitty muscles, keep tiring him, if he's going to work that hard, then fine. We can't stop him. But we can be physical with him and just keep making him work. And that's it. The other thing is that I don't know. How about not letting him get a foot and a half from the rim? Like put a body on him before then?
I think you try, dude. I mean, what do you do when he dunks over 3 people? Like, that's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and they're so good at getting the ball in the right spots, you know? Somebody
Right.
could take a lesson from that down here. Just saying.
Yeah.
But they're so good at it. I mean, he's unstoppable. I mean, like when he's going like that, what do you do? This is like Shaq. This is Hakeem. This is watching one of the most unstoppable forces that's going to tilt the league in his favor against. And by the way,
they didn't even
OKC.
have
OKC, they've done this to them all season. You know, and yes, it was an overtime game, but they've been able to
beat them all year.
They're the only team in the league that looks like they can make a champion vulnerable.
Right.
And they're all children.
This seems like this is the championship.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Right.
Nobody
Because
on the East side has a shot
tonight. And I don't want to hear this. Here's what I'm going to hear. Game starts at what, 8?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say at 8:45, I'm going to look down at my phone, and Tobin's going to go, fat bum.
I feel listen, it doesn't matter
every year.
James Harden could look like Dwyane Wade and Kobe Bryant combined tonight. He could sweep the New York Knicks and average 40. It doesn't matter. They're going to get killed by either team out of the West.
Right. Now I thought the two probably most physical teams left are OKC and the Knicks, right? And I think that if anybody has a chance to be physical with Wemby, it's going to be one of those two teams. As of right now, like,
but who's more physical than OKC? They're the most physical team in the league.
I know.
Like everybody accuses them of cheating. That's how physical they are.
Right.
You know? So
no, I know. And the Spurs did it without De'Aaron Fox.
Right. No, he's gonna go probably be in another place next year. They're gonna trade him for something.
Really?
What's the point? You have Castle and you have Harper. What's the point? You don't need De'Aaron Fox.
Oh my goodness. Like, and they're no slouches.
Nope.
Like, that's the amazing thing. Their young talent, when you tried to add pieces to surround Wemby, and then you get young talent that, we already had them.
Yeah. It's crazy. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com as Miami Dolphins OTAs continue today. You got that going on. The Montreal Canadiens, Canada still alive for the Stanley Cup. They beat the Buffalo Sabres in overtime. Alex Newhook with the game winner, his second Game 7 game winner of the playoffs. So
there's nothing like overtime Game 7 in hockey. Like, because the puck is moving so fast that the game could be over if you blink. It's terrible. Like, if you're a fan of either one of the teams playing Game 7 in overtime, you're squeaky cheeks the whole time.
Squeaky cheeks, yeah, it's the worst.
Squeaky cheeks because a bad bounce. Every time the puck goes into your offensive end, it's terrifying.
Yep, terrifying. And then the Marlins, they beat the holy hell out of the Braves yesterday.
Beat the brakes. Don't blink. It was over quick.
It was over, dude. Joe Mack, he drove in 4 runs. He was hitting the snot out of the baseball. Liam Hicks, he had a 2 RBI double. He retook the lead for MLB and RBIs. Javier Sanoja, a grand slam. That was good. Oh,
Yeah. No doubt.
That's when it was over when he hit the grand slam. And then just for good measure after that, Xavier Edwards hit a solo shot, which put me in line for my parlay. But here was the problem. I was really upset about this last night, Brittney.
I'm going to be Brittney. I'm going to be so mad at my guy. Did you include a pitcher?
I did. But I hit on that.
Okay. All right. So it's going to be some crazy wager here.
It wasn't that crazy. That's why I felt good about it. I had Xavier Edwards 2 hits, Max Meyer over 5.5 strikeouts, and a Jacob Marcy stolen base, which has nuked like 9 of my parlays this year.
Well, but the thing if they're just hitting home runs, there's no need for stolen bases.
Well, he got on base a ton, but he was always on base behind people. And one of the things that's kind of screwed me on the Jacob Marcy stolen base is he's not hitting in the top of the order anymore. Right. So because of that, he's always got somebody in front of him. But he had the perfect opportunity in the 6th inning. I think he walked. He got on base like 5 times last night. It was 12-0. You can't steal that. You can't steal up 12-0. But here's the thing that pissed me off about it. They didn't want to steal up 12-0, which you could have, and the guy's still checking.
No. If you steal up 12, then somebody's getting hit with a baseball, dude. Somebody's getting hit with a baseball.
Maybe.
Oh, but you win your parlay, so whoever's next, hey, take one for the team.
Well, he gets on base, and then I forget who. I think it was Mac. I think it was Mac who hit it he hit a bullet down the line, and it would have scored Jacob Marcy, which no big deal, but they reviewed it. And I was like, damn, you guys are going to video review up 12-0. If you can do that, you can unwritten rule stolen base. If you're going to review a ball being
now you got your rules book and you're trying to figure out.
I didn't hear him after the game, but Clayton McCullough was really pissed. Like you know him. He's as cool as it gets. Like never changes his mood.
Right.
So they blow this challenge, and I think it's probably because I didn't hear him post game, but I'm gonna guess he was pissed because he's like, "You're not gonna have me challenge up 12-0 and be wrong. Like that's such a bad look for me." Right. So whatever. That cost me my parlay.
The player.
Whoever the coach who's in charge of challenging, whoever looks at the camera. So yeah, it wasn't ABS. It was the dugout. The dugout was reviewing it.
Okay.
It was he hit a ball down the line and they were reviewing fair foul. He got he got enraged. It was crazy. So Marlins
he
win
wasn't
easy.
mad at anybody in particular but his bench.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's what was going on there.
That's like somebody in the dugout.
So anyway, the Marlins win 12-0, and they're back at it today. 4:10 is your first pitch. Before we go to break, Leroy, let's get a weather update from Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for a free roof and window estimate.
Weather? Yeah, there's plenty of it. Plenty of it. Let me put these headphones down because for some reason they don't stretch. It is cloudy. Not partly, not mostly, just cloudy. The winds are whipping out of the east at like 15 miles an hour, gusting over 20. And it's raining. And it's going to rain. And so be careful on the roads. I would say right now it's about 83 degrees. But be careful on the roads. You already drive, like when it rains a little bit, people already drive like they've never seen rain before. So be careful out there.
All right, we'll take a break here on the program. Lots to dive into. We're back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. You guys can get it on the chat, 104.3 WQAM on YouTube, Miami 104.3 WQAM on Twitch. Lead singer of Paramore, Haley Williams, highly recommended by Jennifer. She loves Paramore and Haley Williams. She's bringing her.
I used to get her mixed up with the chick from Evanescence.
Ooh, that kicked your ass there, buddy.
Yeah. Don't name your band Evanescence. You know who the hell I'm talking about.
Just stop.
Yep.
Just stop.
Evanescence, I think is what you were referring
Yeah,
to.
Evanescence. There it is.
The Haley Williams Show tour is at I Think Financial Amphitheater in September, and you guys can win tickets. Just be listening today at 11:20 for your chance to win. It's a Live Nation show.
Here we go. Couldn't even make it past the first break.
Nope, not at all.
Hey, so last night I cleaned my grill. Good.
How'd that go for you?
Well, dude, so you know how grills that get like they say it's anti-stick, but they're not. Like everything sticks to a grill. And so I was double barrel with the degreaser with all the grill grate and all that. And then I had the thing washing it off and then scrubbing it to get the little stuff off. It was very windy. So all the stuff was blowing on me. So I basically looked like the grill grate when I was done. I mean, it was torture. Because every time I'd spray the water to get the stuff off, it would blow on me. It was brutal.
Yeah, that's rough,
You
dude.
need like 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours.
You need a good soak after that.
Oh, dude. Yep. So that's it. That was the extent of my evening. And then I was watching, I turned TV on outside. At least I got to watch, the basketball game, but it never ended. So when I got done, I'm like, oh, this is a good game.
It was a good game.
Good game.
Victor Wembanyama, he was awesome yesterday.
Yes.
They gave SGA the MVP before the game, and then Wemby was asked if that was a motivator for him.
That Shai had got that award, and you were in the top 3 for it. And did any part of tonight feel personal? Some of your facial expressions kind of look like you were really, really going for it.
Yeah, for sure. Everything you just said.
Yeesh.
But here's the deal. He wasn't even second.
No, he wasn't.
Right. So what are we doing? It's not like, you squeak. You were a close second. You weren't even second.
Well, he thinks that's a problem. They were number 2 in the West, and he wasn't second. I think that was something that he probably takes issue with. And I think that's the thing that people right now really like about Wemby is that he really does care, and that it does mean a lot to him. I think both of these teams have that with him and SGA.
Right.
That's what's going to make this such a fun battle the entire way.
I think, but the difference between what I saw in game 1, right, is I think Wemby knows the team leans on him and depends on him. SGA can't be feeling his way around. I hate when they say that. Like, you the damn MVP. They leaning on you. You stop, trying to get everybody involved. Like, you get yours and you create, and then that gives everybody else an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, mind you, they're also bringing Jalen Williams back yesterday too, so that was a big that was a big piece that they have to incorporate as well. So, maybe there's an element where they're gonna be feeling a little bit better in game 2. But man, I mean, what a moment last night.
Fun. It was a fun game. It looked a little weird that Chet was guarding a little guy and Caruso was guarding Wemby. It just was an odd look the whole game.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like a keep Chet out of foul trouble thing. I mean, Caruso, look, he is one of the better defenders in the league, and he had an awesome game, especially offensively.
Yeah.
He was killing it, but I don't know, man. But it doesn't, like, you see something like that, if we could, I got a couple messages about this, and I kind of agree with them. you see somebody do something like that, and you see what we have back here at home in the Kryptonian. How can you get rid of him? How do you like if?
How do you not? Wait. How do you not use him?
Oh, well,
how do you play games with him?
Let's put that aside for a second because we've done that a gazillion times. I'm just saying, you have a guy with the physical traits. We've seen him go toe to toe with Wemby in a game. Now we've also seen Wemby cook him, but we've seen those physical tools have some success against Wembanyama. You have this rare guy in the league that actually has the measurables, a lot like Chet does.
Right.
How does the Miami Heat go forth without having Kel'el Ware as part of the plan? It's a really big conundrum in all of this because look, as great as Bam is, you're 6'9", trying to take out somebody that size, and the guy is a child. Like, he's going to be there for a league. Like, by the time the years go by, like, Bam's going to be pushing 30. I just don't know. And I'm not suggesting trade Bam over Kel'el. I'm just saying, how do you go into the future and you're going to go and give up a guy like Kel'el Ware? That's one part of it. And then two is, obviously, they got to find whatever the right dials are to get the intensity of Kel'el Ware up to where Wembanyama is. I don't know if that includes making him go see the monks, which is going to be everybody's thing now. It's going to be like sending your kid to Dagestan to teach him how to wrestle. Go see the monks. But yeah, it's hard not to look at what the Heat have in the measurables of Kel'el Ware and think, how do they not find every way to tap into that?
Right. Agreed. I just, the frustration with how Kel'el was used this past year with the skill set, like they treated Kel'el like, if you don't do right, we're going to play the better guy, except you don't have one. Right. And as a player, when you feel that you are the best option for a given situation and the coach is playing games, it kind of rubs you the wrong way. And so Kel'el has been a trooper about it, and Kel'el has said the right things, but like, this is the first time, the Kel'el Ware situation is the first time I've ever heard Pat Riley say something that wasn't in step with what Spo was doing.
I wouldn't say it's the first time. He's definitely had some disagreements before.
Not like that, though.
I mean,
what about players?
I think what made it stand out to us more is because it echoed a lot of what the fans were saying. That's what I think made it stand out. I don't think it's that he's never disagreed with Spo, but he had the same opinion that a lot of people watching the Heat do. Shmi that says, get the hell out of here. Kel'el Ware's Timu Wemby doesn't have 1% of the motor that Wemby does. I agree with that. Listen, I agree. Kel'el Ware has some stuff internally that when he doesn't have the things internally that Wembanyama does. Wembanyama does seem like a genuine psycho.
Correct.
And I don't, and that's a rarity with big guys, because sometimes you could get the guys who are like that, and some guys they're DeAndre Ayton, and so you got to figure out, can he tap into that stuff? It's because if he does, we've all seen some of the things physically he could do, but for whatever reason, he can't tap into it all the time.
Right.
So monks, that's what we need. Do we have any monks around here? Are there any local? Do we have any local monks? We don't have to send them all the way to wherever to Tibet, but if we could have some local monks, just give a, Timu monks for Timu Wemby.
I mean, yeah. I knew he was a freak of nature, right? And everybody talked about it. But did anybody think he was this good? Like,
it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And because of his age, and you wonder, like, where is this going to end up? You're going to have size to try and compete with that. Something.
Or just somebody who's strong and gonna put a body on him.
Which Bam does have. I mean, Bam does have that. There's no doubt about that. I mean, we've seen him, he's going to go against the stronger guys, the bigger guys in the league, Giannis, Joker, Wemby. But but good God, it's just it's ridiculous. It is something to marvel at when you looked at what he did last night.
And keep in mind, we really shouldn't be surprised because they did this during the regular season, and we all just, shrugged it off and said that this was the regular season. Wait till we get to the playoffs. And guess what? Now, granted, it's the first game. OKC had a lot of time off,
True.
right? And sometimes that plays into it too. It'll be interesting to see tonight because we got a very similar situation.
I saw a great stat this morning on SportsCenter. It was in basketball, but it was hockey related. And it was because we're going to see this in the Eastern Conference final for hockey, in that teams whose series went 7 versus teams who are coming off of a sweep, 7-1 are the teams that went in a 7-game series against teams that swept.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was interesting. I know it's not sport for sport, but I just thought that was a fascinating number this morning.
There's some truth behind it. We always talk about in football, like everybody wants the bye week, and then one of those wild card teams that have been fighting and scratching for the last month and a half come in and sometimes win because they've been playing meaningful football for a lot longer than these teams that have the bye week.
Croquette King says, I think taking Ware to Barrel of Monks Brewing will do. No beer. Not for this.
Not for this.
Dade South says that Ware is Fruit Wheels, Wemby is Fruit Loops. Is that the one that comes in the bag?
That's Temu Fruit Loops.
Damn it, dude.
Walmart.
That was his coming out party, though. That was the Kryptonians coming out party last year.
I would also say that here's where I kind of agree and disagree with Spo at the same time. Because I understand that he's trying to make Ware play to a standard. And he doesn't want to reward him for doing that. I also believe in the same exact breath that sometimes playing builds confidence. And sometimes the coach will put you in a situation and you feel that you have to succeed because you don't want to let anybody down or be the reason why. And so I'm torn between those two things. But there are situations and have been situations during the course of the season where another team has a bunch of bigs and you go small and you get dump trucked and you got the Kryptonians sitting on the sidelines on the bench next to you.
C. Dallas says, Ware's going to Milwaukee. It's over, man. Well, we'll see. We don't know.
I got to tell you.
Who's to say?
I heard something this morning driving in, and I wasn't against it.
What did it say?
Jaylen Brown, make a stink, buddy.
I don't know. I mean,
he's here. Of all the other guys that you mentioned, he's more reliable as far as playing.
That's fair.
So right now, what this team needs is a security blanket. A guy that they can depend on every night is going to be out there contributing.
You think Jaylen Brown's
the only guy they have right now is Bam.
You think Jaylen Brown's just looking to be loved? Like he just doesn't want to be compared to Tatum all the time?
We'll love you. And you can get back at your squad.
We'll take a break here on the program. More to come. We're back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Machine Gun Kelly fans, we're giving away tickets to see his Lost Americana show with Wiz Khalifa on May 27th at the I Think Financial Amphitheater. For you guys to have a chance to win, enter now at WQAM.com/contest. This is a Live Nation show. Check that on out. Got some early Marlins action today. They'll be taking on the Braves at 4:10. Looking to build off that win yesterday. 12-0 against the Atlanta Braves. Put it on them.
Yeah,
that was great to see. You
Yes,
got Knicks and Cavaliers tonight at 8 o'clock. I wish them no success, either one of them.
Either one of them.
I mean, I guess if I have to have somebody go in advance, it'll be Cleveland, but
Really?
I wish them no
I
success.
figure you would wish less success for James Harden.
No, totally wrong. No.
Nope. The Knicks?
Number one, New York Knicks can kick
Right.
rocks. With
but what if Donovan Mitchell makes a stink?
I'm not worried about it, Brittney.
You're not worried about it?
Nah, not
You hate
really.
James Harden that much?
It's just I don't care about James Harden and his fake tail end legacy as much as I want New York Knicks misery. It just doesn't mean as much to me.
And here's the problem. You have to live with one of the teams winning.
Right.
And that makes it worse.
Yeah. And so if it has to be
having
one
Vlad in the building, if the Knicks should happen to beat the Cavs, rubbing it in.
Yeah, it's just I just can't root for the Knicks on any level. And if it was Knicks versus Boston, I just wish for the building to implode. Everybody make it out. They just can't finish the game.
Lito Ford said Knicks fans are the most annoying fans in all of sports.
I would agree.
More annoying than Philadelphia fans?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because at least like Philadelphia holds their team accountable.
Come on. Really?
There's a thing with the New
They
York
booed
Knicks.
the coach and the quarterback and won the championship.
I'll
But
tell
like
you what.
they're just angry.
I'll tell you what makes New York Knicks fans the worst is that they think they're the star of the team. You know, Philadelphia genuinely hates their team and with a passion and will boo their team. Boston fans, you know, I think they really truly hold their team accountable. The New York Knicks fan thinks that they are the star of the team more than Jalen Brunson. They're like TikTokers. You know, there's like a new generation of Knicks fan too that's not calling into radio station. They want to make TikToks and funny sayings after the win more than they care about the actual win.
Right.
And that's what makes them the worst. Like
They
they're
make
phony.
their teams an event.
Right. There's just a phoniness to it that I just don't abide by. And it already adds on top to all of the to the past games and seasons. But this generation of Knick fan is really obnoxious. And it's been added upon by, like, you know, it used to just be Spike Lee. You know, Spike Lee was a real one. He'd go, he'd enjoy the game. Yes, he'd made himself sometimes part of the game and beef with Reggie Miller and all that stuff. But that guy is, you know, I don't find Spike Lee. Like, I know that he's been there through the thick and thin. This generation of star fan with Ben Stiller and Timothy Chalamet, they're just there to be seen.
Right.
So I wish them no success.
Right.
That's where I'm at tonight.
I mean, I get it. They don't make themselves lovable. How can I put it that way? You know what I mean? And I think that's what kind of rubs people the wrong way, is that they go out of their way to put their fandom in your face.
Right. Right. And it's just like, all right, we get you guys. You know, this is what you live. And then they're like, you know, I don't know. Yeah, so I wish them no success. I just I can't. Even if James Harden has a great series, I'd rather that than the New York Knicks advance, to be honest with you. I could talk my way out of the James Harden thing. Don't you worry about that. Crazy. By the way, is Michael Beasley boxing Lance Stephenson this weekend? I saw a poster, but I don't know if it's real or not. Because this is the second time like Michael Beasley has been put out there that he's going to be doing something. Like they did a fake Michael Beasley podcast recently where he was going to do a podcast. It was fake, but they said that he was going to do a podcast with Delonte West. And now we know that he had the one-on-one with Lance Stephenson, but now it appears that he's going to be boxing Lance Stephenson if this is real, which I don't know that it is.
I'm searching it on the web and I don't see anything.
It said it was an Aiden Ross promotion in Las Vegas because he has Johnny Manziel's boxing this weekend.
Yeah.
He's boxing a TikToker. And I
Which
think Michael,
I saw a video of him saying he's going to beat somebody down while smoking a cigarette.
Did he really?
Johnny Manziel was smoking a cigarette, I think.
Good God.
Right.
Well, this is in Las Vegas, and yeah, I don't know if this is happening or not, but there was a poster I saw this weekend that Beasley versus Lance Stephenson.
Is Beasley too laid back to be fighting?
Beasley does box. I know he used to box with box Shannon the Cannon Briggs.
Right.
At one of the gyms down here.
Okay.
So I assume unless they're doing another one-on-one match, but I assume this is supposed to be a boxing match. So I got Beasley. TKO.
What is Manziel doing?
I don't know. I don't know.
Just let it go, buddy.
He just wants
let it go.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. He really is like, I would just like be living in, where the hell is Texas A&M? College Station. I would just be living in College Station, doing owning a car dealership or something like that. But no, he wants to get back into the midst of things. He's not going to train for this thing, right?
No. I think part of his problem is that whether he worked for it or not, he already had it. So that makes it kind of tough, and he's handled himself that way. You know what I mean? He's handled himself like, I don't really need this.
Yeah.
And sometimes that gets you in more trouble than a little bit.
Sure.
And so he go in there and get knocked out and pieced up, and everybody's gonna flip out. So
Schmieden says that Beasley stopped a riot at Aventura Mall for those watches. Yeah, I saw a video of that too. Did you see that? There was like a riot over these watches.
What watches?
I don't know, man. I'm not into watches, but apparently there was something at Aventura Mall where people were like stampeding over each other. And I saw a video of Michael Beasley trying to keep the peace.
Wow.
That's crazy.
You see him as a peacekeeper, just in general?
I do.
Yeah.
I do see him as that. If I have to see Michael Beasley as anything, I think it is a peacekeeper. He's a man of the people.
It's like, yo, hey, what are you guys doing? This isn't necessary. He just seems so laid back. You know what? Beasley has that Kel'el vibe.
A little bit. I can't disagree with that. I think there's a little bit of that. Which is, I'm sure as a coach, it's a very frustrating thing that you have to tap into when a guy is that talented.
Well, because it gives the appearance, and here's what happens. It gives the appearance that you don't care. And that's not necessarily accurate. You see what I mean? That's the part of it, because people see Kel'el and how he kind of moves around and runs around, and they think that he doesn't care. He doesn't look like other people. And that is a problem, because he could really care and he might be thinking he's trying hard and he's giving the maximum effort, but it doesn't always look that way.
Yeah, the guys who are excellent but also seem to care a lot, and they try and find every slight, like, there's something to it, especially on the climb up. It probably can get annoying when they're staying up and they still have to find slights even though everybody's acknowledged their greatness. But There's something about it. There's something about it that, you know, what we saw last night. He goes, yeah, and I was pissed off about the MVP. Yeah, and I'm you know, and I keep this stuff personally. It's like, yeah, that's, you know, how are you supposed to, if you have a guy who has all the physical tools and he's also motivated by every petty slight, you know, that goes back with him and Chet too, and like back into their young days.
Right.
Like, how does that not annoy you? How do you stop that?
Well, and I think that sometimes, and here's the deal. Sometimes you have to learn a person's personality to get a grasp of what is actually effort and what is trying versus you determining what that should look like. Because I would say I've seen Kel'el run around. I've seen him make hustle plays. I've seen him rotate and move over to block shots. And I've seen him run the floor. It's not, he doesn't look lazy. But because he's so laid back,
right, and
we take that and view it as, oh, he doesn't have the intensity of a Bam or an intensity of a Pella, so that must mean he's not giving maximum effort.
But there is something to, like, we've seen those pockets where he is, and like you got to figure out, like, how do you get more of that? You know, how do you make it so that the swings aren't? Because you also see the ones where he's just like, whatevs.
I sometimes, and I've said this before, sometimes being unsure of what to do comes across as doing nothing. And it really sucks because I've seen moments in time where somebody breaks down the guard and he's going to the rim and Kel'el doesn't know whether to stay on the big or go defend the rim. And when he does, the alley-oop is given up or something like that. So it confuses him even more. So what he does is he kind of stands in no man's land and doesn't do anything. I know what that feels like. The uncertainty of what to do sometimes comes across as lack of effort. And I've said this during the course of the year. There's been a whole bunch of times where Kel'el go defend the ball and give up an alley-oop. Then the next time he'll sit back and protect the alley-oop, and the guy goes in and makes a layup, and everybody yells, Kel'el, what are you doing? He doesn't quite know what to do. That's a tough spot to be in for him.
Nikola Roziervich, very hard handle to say, dude. He says the Heat aren't trading Bam. No one wants Bam at 50 million, 42, 30, 69 shooting splits. I mean, they're not trading him because they don't want to trade him. I don't think it's that nobody would trade for Bam Adebayo. I think people would trade for Bam Adebayo, but I just don't think that the Heat are willing to part with somebody who is, you know, they're the heartbeat of their team. I will say, I think that, yes, Bam has to get more efficient. That was one critique that Pat Riley said. He has to get more efficient. I wonder if they're going to throw this offense in the dumper after this year.
Yes.
Because even Bam said, like, he felt like he was shooting too much.
Right. I would say the one thing that I would probably go to is, like, look, as great as Bam is, he works best when he doesn't have the most shots on the team. Yeah, because that means somebody else is also scoring in a different way. And I think that
I will say he was having probably his best run right before the Olay twins came back after that win streak that they had.
Right.
But you know, what are the Olay twins if the Olay twins don't shoot?
Well,
just Olay.
Right. And the problem is that I believe that Bam works better with space. And you can give him space with Kel'el in the game.
Yep.
And then that gives him options. When Kel'el's not in the game and he's got to be foot in the paint, then outside, foot in the paint, and around, it kind of limits his advantage that he has on other bigs. Like he can handle the ball. He can take a big off the dribble. And you eliminate that by backing him down in the paint.
Yeah, and then to the idea of like, he says, well, Bam should get points off assists, lobs, and hustle plays.
So that's what Kel'el should do.
Well, neither one of them have anybody who can get him the ball. Like that's the problem. They don't have anybody who can do that.
A whole nother problem that you have two bigs that can handle the ball, and they're sometimes on top of the key handling the ball, distributing to others.
The only guy who looks to do that stuff is Pella.
Yeah.
In the paint. Like Davion does a good job on like hit aheads and when the offense is sped up, but not necessarily in the half court
offense. He's not the best.
Yeah, Pella is the only guy I think on the team that really looks for that stuff and doesn't. And you could just see like every guard on the Spurs. And I remember watching that game this year and just being so frustrated that the Spurs who have been together for 3 seconds don't overcomplicate things. Throw it to the tall guy. They all have great chemistry.
Yeah.
And our team's just like, what is this sorcery? What are we facing here?
Right. And even more so, it's like, hey, throw it to the big guy in the paint and then go stand in your spot. Because you'll get a wide open three when they collapse on him, or he'll just defeat him anyway.
We'll take a quick break. We'll get you caught up with your headlines. Lots to come. Dolphins in the middle of OTAs. We're back after this. Tea sucks.
Tea?
Tea. Yeah, tea sucks. Can I just say, not a fan.
Why are you drinking tea?
Because he's sick?
I'm sick.
Tea
They're like,
doesn't
"Who drink tea?" You know what? It doesn't help.
It doesn't help.
It does
It's just
help.
hot water.
It does help.
No, it doesn't.
Depends on what tea you're drinking. What tea
Dude.
you're drinking.
Oh,
I've been drinking more tea than the Queen of England.
what's the
I
name
don't
of
feel
What
better
tea
at
are
all.
you drinking?
What's the name of the tea?
I don't know, dude. You want me to go get the box?
Yeah,
Yes.
it matters.
It does
Hold
matter
on.
what you're drinking.
Certain
Different
things
teas
happen.
are used for certain things.
I tell you what, when my throat gets itchy, I drink a hot toddy. You know what a hot toddy is?
It involves alcohol.
It's basically a homemade cough drop. So you put honey, squeeze lemon, and a little bit of Jack Daniels. And it works like a cough drop. Now, as a kid, and I'm surprised I'm not an alcoholic. As a kid, we would go to my grandmother's house and go, she'd say, "Oh, baby, let me make you a hot toddy."
I'm
So
drinking
as little kids, we were sipping on hot toddies.
honey vanilla chamomile herbal tea.
It makes you sleepy.
Yeah, chamomile isn't going to help you when you feel sick.
What do I do? Because I got like a variety pack. I got lemon zinger. I had some of that. That didn't help.
Lemon isn't good, especially as your throat hurting, because then that's a lot of citrus, so it doesn't really help your throat.
I mean, everything hurts. It's just so what do I go with?
Wait,
I would do like a ginger tea.
Oh God. Why? Nobody likes ginger.
I know it's not. Then put a ton of honey, like a ton of honey in it. They also have like throat coat.
Yeah, I've done
I
throat
don't
coat.
like that.
But ginger's really good for
Yeah, you can't. You think so?
your
Let me get
sickness.
this straight.
It clears all your sinuses. That's what it's meant for. It's supposed to be strong for a reason.
You think that if you just drink tea, you're gonna feel better, regardless of what kind of tea it is.
I thought it was like the honey. I thought that was the way you're supposed to do.
That
I don't
is-
like
that
tea.
is- wait, that is bro science.
Dude,
So-
I don't like tea.
So go back to the last one. That is the version. That's a Cuban version of a hot toddy. Shot of white rum, little orange juice, and honey heated up. Same. We go lemon, honey, and Jack Daniels.
Yeah, I feel like I should just be having whiskey. I feel like that would help me more.
Sure, make yourself a hot toddy like
Make a
Leroy.
shot.
It doesn't. It's gonna
make
help.
a shot
like-
of a hot toddy. I'm telling you, Tobin.
Mhm.
It'll coat your throat. It goes all the way down warm, and you're like,
Stop
wow.
saying that.
Stayed south. I take a ginger cayenne turmeric shot
yeah,
every day.
The hell's
Really?
cayenne?
cayenne pepper.
Yeah, I don't want to drink pepper.
It's not gonna taste good, but if you like take a shot of that, it will help clear your sinuses, help your throat. Why are you taking medicine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking
So
medicine.
that
trying to, like,
coupled
give-
with tea
Interesting.
is helps.
I know ginger is an island thing too. Everything.
No,
they do is
ginger's really
ginger.
good for when you're sick. It's also good for your immune system, period,
Right.
so you don't get sick.
Oh
yeah, but
my-
it's still tea, and tea sucks.
By the way, I tried Earl Grey tea. It is terrible.
You guys clearly just don't like tea.
No,
And there's nothing.
Yeah, I
that
don't
anyone
like
can
tea. I
tell.
like coffee. I've never been a tea person. I like black coffee. That's what I like. But
ginger is
this
good for your liver too.
tea can kick rocks. It's just it's for hoity-toity people. It is. That's why people who are hoity-toity have tea time. Hoo. Listen.
Did you realize it's like a different kind of tea than what you're drinking, right?
You know, Earl. I feel like if I drink Earl Grey tea, I'm supposed to speak with English accent.
Well, that's the
Right.
thing. Like Earl Grey tea is, it is meant to be with milk and like sugar and stuff like that. That's but
Are you a tea drinker, Brittney? Because
I
you're
do like
breaking down
tea.
all the different kinds of tea.
I do like tea
Why?
because sometimes it's nice. Like I like to drink tea before bed, like a peppermint tea or a chamomile tea.
Does it
Or
make
a
you feel better?
lavender.
Because this chamomile isn't doing anything for me.
it's supposed to make you sleepy, so it's not going to help you during the show.
Calming, yeah, like chamomile is a calming tea. It's just for like calm. If you want to feel better because you're sick, I would go for a ginger tea.
You think that's why my wife bought me a box of chamomile tea?
To calm you down?
Probably.
I don't feel calmer.
Like when you want to go to sleep and you want tea to make you sleep, all of the teas have chamomile in it.
I had so much chamomile last night, and guess what? I was still pissed off that Jacob Marcy couldn't steal a base up 12-0. Doesn't change it. It doesn't. Any hoodles. Let's get to a weather update here quickly. That's brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping keep your home and family safe when the storm rolls in. Visit tornadoroofing.com for your free roof and window estimate. Currently in Miami, it is 83 degrees, cloudy. Thunderstorms around 1 o'clock today. Wind gusts up to 21 miles per hour. So that smells like a roof closed type of day for the fish.
Yep.
Marlins will be on early today. 4:10 after beating the Braves down 12-0. This was the moment of the game. Javier Sanoja, grand slam.
1-1. That one killed out to left down the line. Only questions fair or foul. It's a fair ball, and it's a grand slam. Shot out of a cannon by Javier Sanoja.
Look out, little man. I see you.
And he blew this game open. It's 11-0 in the bottom of the fifth.
Yeah, it was awesome. And the dude, the guy that they had as the pitcher, Leroy, did you see what his name was?
No.
Aaron Bummer. That can't be your name as a reliever.
But, I mean, it could be Jason Junk. That could be a good pitcher name.
Junk's a good pitcher name.
Not Bummer.
But it's a bad pitcher name if you're bad. Bummer is a bad name regardless.
Right.
He got killed. And the manager was, Walt Weiss, their manager, was furious because they were already down. They bring him in, and he's basically in for mop-up duty. This guy could not throw a strike to save his life. And the manager was just like, well, what do I do? Because they're already coming in shorthanded on the bullpen. Really great start for the Fish. Hopefully this can lead them. This will be a big series.
I mean, didn't at one time they walked 4 straight?
Dude, he couldn't get anything going. It was crazy. Nothing worked, especially against lefties, which was what he was in there for. Bummer. Terrible. Anyway, rest of the headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. Miami Dolphins OTAs underway today. Well, they got to go to yesterday, but they're open today to the media. Jeff Hafley, he was speaking with the media. And this is what he had to say on the Devon Achane deal, Leroy.
My first 3 interactions were when I first got here. Just talked to him about what I saw of him when we played against him, and just really, like any other player, just got to know him. Got to know him as a person, asked about his family. Just kind of like any other guy right now, just really trying to get to know him. So that's the biggest thing. But he's been around. It's not like he just showed up after he signed his contract. So excited that it's done, and he'll be here going forward. He's a great player that I'm really glad that we have.
Was it a relief to get that settled, or how would you characterize just the feeling about getting the business side of it done with him?
I just think excited, happy for him. I think that's probably the biggest thing, and that wasn't about me. I had confidence that it would get done, and I was patient with it, and, happy for him, happy for his family, and happy for the Dolphins.
There you go, Jeff Hafley.
It's a weird dynamic to ask a coach. How does it make you feel? Because during the course of your first 5 months, before you play one game, there's a lot of movement, maneuvering, and stuff like that, and so. You might have a say-so in whether you want him or could use him, but it's a really odd thing to ask a coach to comment on it when, they're still trying to figure out how they're going to do things. Because keep in mind, you're going to break the record for most dead money.
Yep.
And if you're a head coach coming into that situation, you know that there's a lot of decisions that are going to be made that have nothing to do with players and more to do with money. So, like, having that and then going into the Achan deal, like, just being happy it got done, yeah, but, like...
Well, I think everybody... That's the separation of coach and front office, is it not? Like, obviously, the coaches want all their good players in the fold. Like, any coach could be on the same page as a GM being like, hey, we traded Jalen Waddle. And I'm sure, but there's a moment where Jeff Hafley's like, we're going to throw the ball to, even if it's just for a day. So when you get the news that, like, Achan's going to be part of your future, that's exciting as a coach.
Yeah. Right.
Because ultimately you want the most talent possible.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, nothing helps your quarterback more than a good running game or a dynamic player on offense.
Yep.
Like you, and I've been trying to tell people this is that, yeah, your quarterback can be great, but sometimes the weapons matter, right? Like, to keep thinking, oh, we're going to just throw our quarterback. He's a top-notch quarterback. He's going to win games. You're undervaluing the other talent on the field. You really are. There are certain situations where you can have a great quarterback, and they immediately, once you deem that quarterback great, they immediately go to talent.
Yeah, who is the guy? Like, Tom Brady ruined that?
Yes.
Right? Like, is it Tom Brady and Mahomes?
We underestimated how good Wes Welker and Gronk and those guys were, along with the style of offense that they ran. We underestimated that. Tom Brady was great, but he fit what they were doing. We underestimated their defense. It all just fit well together. Because I tell you what, when they got Tom Brady weapons and he slung it all over the place and was great that way, they lost that. They lost. They didn't win the Super Bowl. So, yeah, I think, like, even when we talk about Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, little Mahomes too, because they got rid of Tyreek. They still won.
Right. But then, as you can see now, what are they saying? Patrick Mahomes got hurt. We got to get some weapons around him. We got to do this, right?
Right.
Like, I think it all fits. Like, yes, your quarterback can be great. I give, and I say this, and I'm gonna say this, like, Sam Darnold just won the Super Bowl. You really think he had, some type of athletic epiphany, or he's really he was just that good in a bad situation, right? Like, these players aren't terrible and then all of a sudden become great playing football this long. Like, it happened. Same thing with Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner went from didn't he go to New York first, then Arizona?
Yes.
Right. He went to New York, couldn't get on the field, and then went to Arizona and went to the Super Bowl. That talent doesn't go away. You just fit it with what you have, and it fits better. And I think we need to stop saying, oh, got a quarterback, we're supposed to win. Can't win without a quarterback. Like, we're so tied into that one position that we don't really look at how the pieces fit or how good the talent is around it. Like, we've always said with Tom Brady, we can get another Wes Welker, right? We can get another one of those.
Well, they did seem to always be able to find another Wes Welker.
Right.
They were very good at that.
But they only had two. Right?
They had Amendola, they had Edelman.
Not as good as Wes Welker.
Not as good, but they won more. Wes Welker never won the Super Bowl with them.
Right. I got you.
But
Wes Welker never won the Super Bowl.
Nah, he didn't.
Wow,
he was in the Giants one.
Right?
Yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy. They just got other intangibles to do it.
Right. So I think instead of putting it on one guy, I think we should look around and like kind of look at how the league is, and at least acknowledge that there's a lot of things that have to go right, even for a quarterback, no matter how good your quarterback is. Because when was the last successful Jet quarterback?
Oof. I guess Mark Sanchez for a little bit.
Or was he better than Chad Pennington?
We'll have to ask Vlad. I'm not sure who he holds in higher regard.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program as the Miami Dolphins in the midst of OTAs. Jeff Hafley meet with the media today. He apparently said the Dolphins are going to have joint practices with the New York Giants this training camp, but not with the Falcons.
Why? Who cares? With the Falcons.
I guess the Tua thing, I don't know.
Okay, I thought it was reported. Oh, they're doing a preseason game.
They are playing a preseason game, but they're not going to do joint practices that week.
Oh, so I would always, because usually you like to have the practices, right, and then play in the preseason game.
Right.
I used to like that because if you practice against a team, we would never play. We would hardly play in the preseason game. I mean, what is Jennifer doing in the chat? She's mixing up, put them all together. It's a superpower. Like she's concocting.
I don't trust her. I don't trust her tease.
Yeah.
What is there not to trust?
I feel like Jennifer is sitting in her dungeon with like a cauldron. And there's like smoke coming over her tees, and she's like chamomile, ginger, whatever the hell, cayenne pepper, and and then there's like a neon light going, like I think it's gonna go like that, to be honest with you. And then Ozzy Osbourne's playing in the background.
So you think she's trying to poison you?
I think she's trying to poison me, but I don't know what the point of her teas are. Like I feel like her teas are there just to get you to, listen to Slayer. Like high as a kite, Yogi.
Those are all natural herbs that come from the ground.
Sure.
So's weed.
Point taken.
He's right, though.
She said, I'm not telling you to do drugs.
Well, not telling us to do drugs.
Since when is chamomile a drug?
I mean,
I don't even know what chamomile is, to be honest with you. If I'm gonna be completely vulnerable here.
It's a flower root.
Oh, I don't like that.
A what?
She said it was a flower root.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Well, you've consumed it in the last 24 hours, so.
Yeah, I know. I just thought it was like stuff to make you feel
like
better.
I just picture
like
in that
magic.
little bag of tea is some just ground up like something that like you would never have, like a ground up flower root. Like, yeah, that's
exactly what it is.
I know, but I'm saying who decided that, oh, this makes me a little sleepy?
Somebody was trying to get high. For sure.
Oh yeah, they rolled up a little chamomile flower and said, I wonder if we smoke it, if it has the same effects. Nope, not the same effects, but if we ground it up.
Let's be real about it. Back in the day, the Wizards were just trying to get high. Like whoever was brewing stuff together, it was just simply.
They were doing the hookah?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like Gandalf was just a drug dealer. He just gave it to the little people. Harry Potter, high as a kite, all the time.
What? He didn't even do potions. He just did spells.
Oh, you know what's crazy? If he would have stayed off of it, he might have grown to over 5'2". He is not very tall.
Dade South says Gandalf did smoke a pipe. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And some Daffy says Harry Pothead. Speaking of high as a kite, we're talking about the Seahawks earlier. Did you see what happened to Jaxon Smith-Njigba, Leroy?
No. He got a boatload of money?
I think he did get a boatload of money, but he got his award for Offensive Player of the Year, except they gave him the Defensive Player of the Year award.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, file that under the category of you had one job.
Like, there's 30 teams. The cheapest one is worth $4.5 billion. And you can't even get that right?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
You,
There's no words. There's no words to explain how they will find somebody for not having his socks pulled up, but can't get the name right on a trophy.
So did Myles Garrett get the Offensive Player of the Year award? Like, did they?
No, because they put Jigba's name on and Jigba's name on it. It would be different if they just got the awards sent to the wrong place. His name is on Defensive Player of the Year.
So that's what Tobin's saying though. It's like,
did Myles Garrett get Offensive Player of the Year?
Did they flip flop him, or do you think they just sent 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards?
That's a great question.
That is a great. Oh no! And wait,
Myles Garrett.
Did the AP do this or the league do it? The AP might have sent it.
That looks like it says AP.
NFL.
Says AP, which is kind of even stranger because the AP is like, that's facts. That's what they're supposed to be.
Right. I would also say, man, if you're a writer or you work for, a place that reports stuff and you follow players and try to get them and try to, you said this and that, you can't be messing up like that. You can't. Wow. All right.
I wonder who they blame. Like, do they blame the trophy store in that one?
No.
No.
Do you know how many people had to look at that before they even sent it out?
One would think. And you would think
minus one to everyone.
Well, the thing that's crazy is like, listen,
you have one job.
JSN does not have the easiest name in the world. You would think that's where they would bleep up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not
absolutely.
Not the award.
Not the award.
Wait, is the year actually in one word?
Let me see. Go
bring
pull
it
it
back.
up. Now we got to.
Oh my God, there's not a space.
There's not a space between the year.
Okay. Like,
Boy,
we know that they went to.
This is a ragamuffin operation right here.
That's a cheap ass trophy.
That's really bad.
That's bad. Wait, but here, I'll tell you what.
Minus one for real.
-1.
I would say this in Jigba. Here's your deal. The benefits and the rewards and the money that you receive from winning said raggedy award, that counts. Right? That counts. The trophy may not have any real value to it, but the benefits that you receive from getting said raggedy ass trophy is real.
Evan 11 says they must have used AI. You know what? That's not a bad theory. Like, maybe they said, Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year. Now do Jaxon Smith-Njigba, and it just made that mistake. Because how could the humans make that mistake?
Stop buying your trophies from Temu.
Like, are you the minor league? Like, you think about the Stanley Cup engraver. You think about the Oscars engraver.
Mm-hmm.
Who could blow that?
Yo, you know what's crazy? Aaron Rye, who just won the PGA Championship, when he got on hole number 16, the engraver started engraving his name.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like the Oscars and stuff, they do it on site. So it's like maybe the NFL honors should just have an engraver on site to engrave the trophies.
No, but they know but here, Brittney, they sent it to him. So they had time to prepare it.
No, I agree with you. But maybe there'll be less room for error if you just have an engraver at the
or
NFL
if somebody
honors
checks it.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just
Right.
saying maybe cover all bases.
Yeah, I want to know.
They covered 0 bases.
Yeah, there's 2 things that had to happen here. One, somebody just didn't look, or Todd, the intern at the AP, thinks that Jaxon Smith-Njigba plays defense.
There is a chance. Like, there is a chance that whoever was overseeing this doesn't even know who Jaxon Smith-Njigba is.
If the AP sends out all their awards, do you think like that's the same person, like the same department? I would feel like the sports department does all that.
I would say there is no excuse. And we're trying to find one for something that has none. Okay.
You're right.
That, like, in the biggest sport in this country, in one of the biggest awards that you could receive in the biggest sport in this country. The least you could do is make sure that the name is spelled right and they get the right award.
No,
I'm sorry, I'm not asking. And the problem is that it's almost like, and I see when I saw the text, or the tweet with what he said, I agree with him. How can you be any more disrespectful to a guy that won one of the biggest awards in the biggest sport? Right? How? The year, one word.
No, the year, one word is actually hilarious.
It's like, how? Listen, not for nothing. How raggedy is that?
It's raggedy.
It is
raggedy.
They got the hard part right. They spelled his name
They
right.
spelled his name right. They hyphenated it properly.
And that's the look. That's the look.
He
That's
says,
the
just
look
keep
that-
the award at this point, but leave it in the
Keep it.
history
It'll
books.
be a collector's item.
And the thing is, I know how he feels because my whole life, everyone has always spelled my name wrong. And when you have like a different spelling of a name or just like a difficult name, it is so incredibly disrespectful and frustrating when people just don't take the effort to do something. It's like, okay, you got the name right this time, but you couldn't even get the actual award right.
How about when my whole life people have called me Howard?
What?
They just say Howard.
They just add a W?
They just added a W. I'm like, where's the W? Oh, I'm
But
sorry.
And I mean, like my brother, I think when he was a senior, he got all district because he played baseball. And on the plaque that they gave him, it said Rodriguez instead of Rodriguez. It's something, I'm not even joking. In the South, I don't know what it is, but they always thought the G was a Q. So a lot of stuff that I have growing up is a Q instead of a G.
Well, let's just say
she doesn't even know how to spell her name.
Yeah. I don't even want to say it, but some of the places in our country aren't known for their extensive educations. Let's just put it that way. I grew up in one of those states where they want you to be as dumb as possible.
Tell you what's not dumb. Haley Williams. If you guys want to go see her bringing the Haley Williams show tour to I Think Financial Amphitheater in September, caller number, what do you want to do, Brittney? Caller number.
We'll do caller number 5.
Caller 5 to 305-567-0560. Lead singer of Paramore, Haley Williams. Highly recommended by JFig is bringing her the Haley Williams show tour to I Think Financial Amphitheater in September. And if you guys want to win tickets, caller number 5 right now to 305-567-0560 wins a pair of tickets. This is a Live Nation show, but caller 5 wins a pair of tickets to see Haley Williams. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. It's time to get to our favorite Tuesday game. The damage is done, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
Go around the room, say where the damage has been done. You guys get it at this point, huh? So, for me, this was interesting. So, the White House card is coming up in UFC next month.
Mm-hmm.
And according to Dana White, there's a problem. And it is that there are going to be giant gnats flying around Washington, D.C. at that time. So,
like locusts?
I think, I don't, like gnats, like little, you remember Jabba Chamberlain? Remember that back in the day with Cleveland?
Oh, yeah, with the bugs, yeah.
Yeah, dude. So apparently this could be a problem with the UFC. That
big fans. Seriously. Big fans.
Who? The bugs?
No, you big fans.
Like you want to use big fans?
Big fans. Blow them away.
Interesting. Like little windmills.
Big fans. You know those giant industrial fans? Like it's going to make for a terrible, TV and...
Right. Yeah, where do you put them, though?
Like almost above the ring around and just have it float down.
Wait, because it's like outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the White House lawn.
Can't necessarily do it in the ballroom.
No, you can't. No, you can't. It's not new. It's not new enough.
It's a hole in the ground.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah.
Be old school. Be like the Romans fighting in a pit.
Oh, y'all don't remember. So you guys might be. I remember going to a fight in Vegas outside.
Yeah. No.
It was a million degrees.
Fights outside are not awesome. It's not awesome.
That sounds awful.
But the fact that there's a giant bug problem to go along with it. Yikes.
Yeah. It's called nature.
Maybe they should have looked at the migration of bugs before they decided to book this event.
Yeah, I don't think this is even new for Washington either. I think this is like a common occurrence. So
well, that's the thing. It's like when cicadas are in the South. Like when that's happening.
Crazy. Well, the damage is done. It seems like we're gonna have to have some bug spray on the fighters for this.
Bugs
matchup.
I tell you what, when the bugs come out when I go golfing, it almost like they have shot glasses and they drink up the bug spray and still bite.
Dade South says there's a company called Big Ass Fans. Really?
Yeah. Of course.
Look into that along with Rue balls. What do you got for damages done, Leroy?
Listen, as much as I love the toughness of Nate Diaz, dude,
yeah,
the damage is it is almost unsafe to watch him fight because soon as he gets hit, there is blood everywhere. And I would say, hey, let it go. Let it go. He is the only fighter I've ever watched fight that always looks like he's getting ready to get knocked out. Always. As soon as he gets hit, he starts stumbling and rumbling, but he will not go down. The only way the fight ends is if the ref stops it, but he never goes down or taps out. And I think the damage is done. We need to move on from that because it looks frightening, and I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I heard Mike Perry yesterday. He didn't seem very interested in a Nate Diaz rematch anymore. He actually seems like he wants to go back to the UFC.
It's too, it is scary. Like, he had blood on his back. It looked like you couldn't fake put blood on him, and it would be believable.
It was gross, but he has all that scar tissue, and then it always gets to this point where he's cut, he has to get stopped, and then it kind of leads into the Diaz mythology. The doctor stopped it, you didn't stop me. It's like, no, you got your ass kicked, dude.
Oh, Dude,
he
was
got
getting
pieced up.
I mean, the amount of blood. Brittney, I said it on Friday. Soon as they swing one time, there will be blood everywhere. A Diaz fight, there's blood enough. The damage is done, man. It looks scary. I'm not a guy. I've seen some crazy stuff on a football field. I have never been more terrified of something going sideways or something happening to a human being than watching a Nate Diaz fight.
No, it's gross. I saw the videos online. It was disgusting.
He'll be back to fight Connor once Connor if Connor's able to beat Max Holloway.
Oh God, there's another one.
Yeah,
that guy. Like, come on,
he's back.
He's the. All right. You think he can last more than 2 seconds?
No, he's got to beat him in the first round, otherwise he's cooked.
Right, because he ain't like.
Yeah, no. If it goes past the round,
he's gonna talk trash, and I think sometimes some fighters talk trash, and then they take that extra beating at the end.
Right. Brittney, what damage is done for you?
So I know that we all watched the end of that OKC Spurs game last night.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if anybody else caught this, but there was a moment in overtime where they had to, that I think the Spurs hit a big shot. OKC called a timeout and they were going on to their benches. And Alex Caruso pushes the camera out of the way.
I saw that. Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah. And all I have to say is like damage is done because listen, this team hasn't lost a game in the playoffs and you're losing. And it, to me, looks like you are a sore loser. And I've never found Alex Caruso endearing. I know a lot of people do find him endearing. I don't. I think he's annoying, quite frankly. And this just further proves it to me that, and I know people are gonna be like, oh, well, the cameras shouldn't be there. And, they're trying to, plan and all that. You can give me all that crap, but it's like that's someone's job. And that cameraman, like there's a man behind that camera. He's doing his job. He's trying to get a shot. And I think it's extremely disrespectful and just disgusting for you to push that person out of the way when they're just trying to do their job.
Okay. I agree with you, but let me give you what happens, right? They tell the cameraman where to stand and where not to stand. And the cameraman goes out of his way to get extra close. Caruso pushed him away, and then another player pushed him away. He's not supposed to be in the rule is unless it's okay, you're not supposed to be in the circle.
I mean, I have to imagine that this is not somebody who just started doing this yesterday. This has to be someone
probably being told by a director. I would
probably
yeah.
Like I would have to imagine that it wasn't a situation like that. I think it's that they're being sore losers. And like, exactly like Dave South says, but they're the first ones when they're winning to be all up in the camera and all the jokes.
Oh yeah.
So I just think it's lame. Like, I think they looked lame and I think they looked very dejected and they didn't know how to handle losing.
Right.
Like, and that's what it looked like to me. And I think they just look like a bunch of sore losers. So damage is done to them. And I'm rooting for the Spurs now.
Dude, wow, that's making you
wow.
No,
Wait,
I just find that
Brittney.
I find that so disrespectful. Like, there's nothing like piss me off. Like, you want to piss me off? Disrespect somebody who's trying to do their job, who's just trying to do their job. I get that you're trying to do your job and it's the heat of the moment, and I understand all of that, but it's just like it just doesn't sit right with me at all.
Brittney, can I ask you a question?
You can always ask a question.
Now that we understand you're petty, does this sting a little bit more because it was Caruso and you've already explained?
You not liking Caruso is probably the biggest storyline.
Right.
Here.
Right.
Is that the biggest storyline?
Yes.
I don't find him endearing.
What is it about Alex Caruso that you hate?
I don't know. I just don't like his attitude. I never have. I never will. I think he's kind of like
Tobin.
He's one of those like players that like, yeah, he's gritty and stuff, but I think a lot of the times like he can come off like a little bit too aggressive in a sense that like he could be dirty sometimes, in my opinion. And I just don't, I don't find him endearing. I don't find his stories endearing. I don't find, I know a lot of people do like the underdog of, he shouldn't be there. He shouldn't be in the league. Like,
he has to play like that though.
I get
to
he has
make
to,
himself
I understand that.
right.
But it's just
Like
like it's
JJ
so
Redick.
big picture. It's like, no. JJ Redick was like a bona fide shooter in the NBA.
So
Tobin.
He looked like a bona fide shooter last night.
Huh? Yeah, I mean that's another like a whole other thing. He shouldn't even be their leading scorer, which is like a whole other conversation.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. You're not going to have a lot of games I think you succeed where Caruso is your leading scorer, especially with you have the MVP on your team.
Exactly. But yeah, I didn't like that. I thought it was a bad look, and it just makes them look like sore losers when they're the first ones that like love the camera and love the media and love their little jokes and their little TikToks and their little.
Well, that's fair. They're very look at me. Let's all gather around. You know, let's do the memes, and now they don't have time for it. Did you guys see Wemby posing in front of his bench?
Yeah, I did.
That was great.
That still picture was so cool because they're all just like looking at him and all.
He's so cool. I mean, it's tough to say. You know, everybody, you know, looking to hate on everything these days. But how can you hate on this guy? That was so cool. That game was awesome. He was awesome, and even that he was petty with the MVP afterwards. It was great.
Yep,
all of it fun. All of it fun. This is Wembanyama when asked if he was the best basketball player in the world.
Do I feel like it right now? I feel tired, but it's not a question I'm wondering right now. We'll see. You know, the world is 8 billion people, so it's 8 billion opinions.
All right. Sounds like he means it.
Great. Thank God I wasn't at home. No, power outage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Mima just texted me. Power has been off for 45 minutes.
Really? You got those crazy storms over there?
I don't know. I went on the website and checked, and it said, fill out a ticket. No, they said we're aware of your situation. We have somebody heading over there, but they can't come over there if it's pouring and thunder and lightning.
Yeah.
Right. That's what sucks, because when in a storm or like when a hurricane comes through, like you can't go. They don't even come out unless the winds are below 30 miles an hour or something like that. So until the storm, it could be a day, it could be hours. They don't even go check.
Yeah, it has to subside a little bit. Otherwise, they're in the danger zone.
Yep. So thank God I went in.
There you go.
Great.
Sorry. Safe drive home though.
No, it's not raining. I like my electricity.
Of course. Who doesn't like electricity?
Well,
it's not a hot take.
Yeah, they have 2 hours to fix it.
Why?
Well, more than 2 hours.
It was like two and a half.
2.5 hours with no refrigerator or nothing?
Well,
That
just
sucks.
tell Mima to keep the refrigerator closed.
No, she's not even there. She said, I left.
Gotta give it to Mima. She always, if she's in a situation, she'll just get out of it.
He was like, I'm out.
As long as your refrigerator stays closed, it's fine. Your food
She
is
doesn't
fine.
wait for anything. She doesn't wait for power outages. She doesn't wait for marriage licenses.
Oh, that might have been the funniest story ever. So when my wife is a notary, so she could notarize Frog Boy and his wife's, she can sign a certificate or whatever. You need witnesses. So Frog Boy, I'm showing him, something in the house, and he says, I want you to be a witness on my license. I said, great, no problem. We get back. Mima's like, congratulations. So Mima is so Mima is the witness in Frog Boy's marriage. They met her like 10 minutes ago.
That is hilarious.
Yes. He goes, I guess I'm married.
That's funny. She also doesn't wait to eat your chicken.
Yeah, she doesn't have time to wait. I'm telling you. She's like,
So
"Let's just
wait.
get it done."
Frog Boy did a video of him buying a pickled egg from a gas station. Can I just tell you, growing up, going into the corner store, they had that big formaldehyde glass jar with the tongs, and used to put the pickled like in this little bag. Like nothing says that's sanitary. I'm not a pickled egg guy. You like pickled eggs, Tobin?
What kind of a question is that? Of course not. I don't like pickled
They used to
anything.
have
I don't like pickles.
They have pickled eggs in this, like in South Carolina, it was pickled eggs and pickled chicken feet.
No, you know what we had? No. Brittney.
It
I
smelled
can
so
one up
bad.
I can one up you in Louisiana. Pickled pig lips.
That's disgusting.
And
They had big
pickled
feet.
pickled pig feet. Like pickled sausage.
Yep.
The sausage too mushy. I don't like that.
Everything about it is disgusting. It's
Yeah.
sitting in pink
And
fluid.
it's
like,
all
please.
everything's sitting in the same pink fluid.
It's disgusting.
Just different body parts from animals that nobody. Pig feet, pig lips. I never heard chicken feet.
Yeah, chicken feet was a big one.
Ooh.
I don't like this.
Well, good thing you grew up in Florida.
Well, it's like Florida isn't the South.
Nope.
Right? Like they're South, but they ain't the South. You haven't lived until you've gone into a corner store and seen 7 jars of different pickled stuff.
I feel like I've lived fine.
I'm not saying you didn't live poorly. I'm just saying you could pickled eggs. I don't. That's another thing. Mima pickled her own eggs one time. I'm like, Mima. I said, it's not even pink. Like it doesn't. If you pickling something and you want to do like they do in the store, doesn't it have to be pink?
No, not necessarily.
I don't know why it's pink though. Why is it pink?
I don't know why that is pink. Because the only thing I know that I pickle and that turns pink is like red onions, which makes sense because the dye from
Right. Exactly.
the purple.
I just got an
everything
email.
pink.
I got a message. It said, "Hey, FPL alert! Power is out. There are 1,375 customers affected.
Yeesh.
We expect
big one.
power to be on at 1. That sucks."
We'll take a break here on the program. Get you caught up with your headlines. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. On FM 104.3 WQAM. What's wrong, man? What's wrong?
So I went on snack patrol, right? And I'll just tell you, I'm going to tell you who I got the snack from.
Okay.
And then you'll tell me the level of snack I got. Amanda.
Oh.
Wait. So you ready?
Sure.
Popcorn cooked in olive oil, unsalted.
Ugh.
Exactly. I'm eating air.
Well, I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I mean, Amanda is not going to reach in there and get processed candy. That's not what she's going to do. So,
yeah. She goes, we have a bunch of different snacks. And I'm looking at all the snacks. And I'm like,
what does she mean by we?
Her and Gigi, who she reminds me of Lucille Ball. They have like a little corner over there by their section with like snacks. So they have chips but not chips. Like,
Fufu chips.
Yeah, Amanda chips.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Said I've never been there. I said, do you realize how I eat? That's not no.
Well, if you're snacked up, can you give us a weather update? Brought to us by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season is coming. Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com.
All right. Let's head on over.
Okay, Jim.
Oh, I got to tell you, to be honest with you, I see the sun poking through. Let's
all right.
Here so I can do the full weather report. Should I do it like they do it on TV?
You do it how you want to do
Outside,
it.
we have mostly cloudy skies. Winds are coming out of the east at about 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting to well over 20 miles an hour. It is partly cloudy now with the clouds moving out west, so expect some rain out west later on in the evening. And right now, it looks like it's warmed up to probably 85, 90 degrees. But prepare for some rain this evening, folks. Be safe out there. Nobody knows how to drive when it rains in South Florida. And it's actually pretty annoying.
Yeah, people lose their minds with the rain down here. That's for sure. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com as the Marlins beat the Braves yesterday, beat the brakes off of them. Great game, great offensive game, obviously, putting up that kind of stuff. But, great to see guys like Joe Mack was hitting the snot out of the ball. Jacob Marcy looks like he's coming out of this thing. I think that's good news.
Did he get over the Mendoza line yet?
Yes, he is over the Mendoza line.
Because he needed like 2 for 3, 3 for 3, 2 for 3. Like he went a week. He's been hitting the ball pretty decent the last week.
He's been on fire. Liam Hicks obviously continues just raking in runs left and right. Xavier Edwards, what can you say? He's been incredible this year. Probably, him, Hicks, Otto Lopez, all good all-star cases for him. They've all been fantastic. They really have been. So they'll look to keep it going against Atlanta. Atlanta's, always a tough go of it for the Marlins, but that's a great way to start. You not only knock them around, but their bullpen was in tatters. They're probably going to have to bring up some people today. And they just got off to just a fantastic start. And Max Meyer, let me tell you something. This was crazy. Did you see what happened in the game yesterday with the umpire?
No.
So it was the second or third inning. I forget which one. But the umpire takes not one, but 2 foul balls right off the face mask.
Oh, I know they had to replace one. There you go.
Yeah, and he just kept like grabbing his jaw. He was like, and like you could see he looked a little woozy, And so they got to go. All right, you're out of here. We're gonna replace you. But look, I'm ignorant to this. I apologize. I don't know how long it takes to put on umpire gear. but it felt like it was 25 minutes for this guy to get on his gear to replace the umpire. And I'm like, did somebody lose his luggage? Did he leave it back at the hotel? Like, what? Isn't there supposed to be an emergency case with the umpire if he has to get replaced?
They always have an extra one, or they rotate, or they sometimes just go with less. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
I don't know either, but it took forever.
Right.
It took forever. And when they finally got going, like Max Meyer, it was 2 strikes on the guy. So it was the middle of an at bat when this all happened. So thankfully he settled down. Then he got some quick innings going. Helped me hit, his part of the parlay. The only thing I didn't hit was the Marcy thing. But Max Meyer was looking really good yesterday. And Max Meyer, this was a, let me see this. What was this stat? I was very excited about this because I love Brad Penny. There was a stat here. Oh, here we go. Marlins communication. Max Meyer, 4-0, is the 6th pitcher in Marlins history to not be charged with a loss through 10 starts to begin a season, joining Jose Fernandez in 2015, Ricky Nolasco in 2011, Josh Johnson in 2008, Brad Penny in 2001, and Levon Hernandez in 1997. That's some great company. I mean, Ricky Nolasco up and down. Ricky Nolasco was like the king of, like, he'd look amazing, but then next time, Meatball City, especially if it was against the Phillies.
Oh my goodness. He would throw a gem. And then the very next week, when you start saying, okay, at least we can count on getting a gut outing from him, then it looked like Looney Tunes going around the bases.
Yeah, his career was confounding because he was never bad enough that you didn't want him to pitch, but he was never like the ace.
Right.
But I think at one point he was kind of the de facto ace.
Mm-hmm.
That was Ricky Nolasco. It was just like it was just a pro. Just a pro. You go out there, give you innings, sometimes be solid, sometimes he'd have Ryan Howard use him as a batting tee.
Very inconsistent. That's what I would say about him. Just like he was awesome.
He was like, I would say more consistent than inconsistent, but the lows were low.
Right.
There's some tennis news for the tennis fans out there. Brittney, you like tennis?
No.
Excellent. Carlos Alcaraz has withdrawn from Wimbledon due to a wrist injury.
Wow.
I mean, I know that's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
I don't live under a rock.
So he is out. There's that.
Didn't he win last year?
He wins a lot. I wouldn't put it past him if he did, Leroy. That's my way of saying I don't know.
I know. I just let it go. I don't want to,
Meanwhile, we talked about the story yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
This is a report from Michelle Kaufman. She covers the Pinks for the Miami Herald. She's tweeted last night around 11 p.m. She said, hearing from multiple sources that there has been an ongoing dialogue between Inter Miami leadership and La Familia supporters. They will meet midweek to work out a solution to the issues that led to the silent protest.
All right.
Can I just say I'm so confused about this?
What are you confused about?
I mean, I've been seeing stuff about it, but I never got a clear answer what the issue was and what led to this protest.
So apparently La Familia, one of the supporters for the Pinks, Brittney, was upset because the Pinks in their new stadium have not played well up until they got to this game where they finally won a game against Portland. But prior to that, they had a really embarrassing loss to Orlando City, who's essentially the rival of the Pinks. And so their big issue was, hey, no one's acknowledging us. I guess, with the soccer fans, you give a little tip of the cap, a la an alma mater in college football where you have to go over and sing with your fans at a home game, So they got upset, and they got particularly upset, I think, with the stars a la Messi not really acknowledging them.
Oh, wow. Just one.
Just one, yeah. So Messi, they were apparently chanting something. I heard Solana say this. There was some chant, Argentinian chant that was kind of mocking Messi in some way. And, Messi felt some type of way about it, but these guys were silent throughout the game. They protested for 85 minutes. And, there's an issue there because these are the Pink's most loyal customers. They're supposed to be there supporting, but, it's also Messi. Like, you're not going to bully Messi into doing anything because, well, he's Messi.
I get why a fan would be upset. I do. However, there are certain players in sport that transcend all that. Would you rather deal with Messi not waving or not have Messi? Right?
I would rather have Messi.
I give you a perfect example. In golf, some guys sign autographs. Some guys only sign autographs when it's over, right? Some guys will dap fans up as they walk through from a green to a tee box.
Yep.
Guys like Tiger would act like you weren't even there. That's their own deal. What you pay for is to see great soccer, to see the greatest to do it. You're not paying for the congratulations, thank you for being here afterwards. As an athlete, I know a lot of times you get upset when you lose to the point of, like, you ain't thinking about that foolishness.
Sure. It is an interesting dance, though, and it's because he's such an iconic player, but these are essentially your best customers, too.
Again, I understand all of that, okay? Let me ask a question. What are you paying for? You're paying to see the greatest play soccer. You're paying for your team to win. You're paying for the excellence of that franchise. If you get that, then why are you now complaining on how you get it?
Well, I mean, if it's a standard and it's a culture thing, that I can understand being upset about it. I'm not privy to
I don't know either. I don't know either. They say everybody does it.
But I have to imagine that if they're making this big of a stink about it, then it must be embedded in the culture of soccer. So I do understand why they're upset, and it is Inter Miami's job now to make those people happy because, like Tobin said, they are their greatest customers.
Here's where I don't side with Messi, right? Because after they went silent for 85 minutes, right? He went and waved to the other three sections.
That's petty.
Right? That's petty. But wait, see, here's where I have a problem with everybody who says this, from Hollywood to Micah Harrell. Okay? Stop telling other people all they have to do. What's the big deal? It's so easy for you to determine what somebody else is supposed to or think they should do. I'm not going there. Okay? Stop it. All he has to do is wave and acknowledge it. Oh, that's not up for you to decide. You may think it's not a big deal, but that's not for you to decide. And so to tell somebody else, another grown man, what they should or shouldn't do, I'm not doing that. What do I think? And let's be clear, I've never had this problem.
Would you think it's a big deal?
I'm
not asking you to do autographs or pictures. I'm saying
I told you what I do after a game.
No, I know you would. I know you're out.
But I would sign autograph, but right after a game.
But if it was tradition, would you think it's a big deal? If you had to salute the dog pound.
In college, we used to sing, Yeah,
you got to sing the alma mater.
But you know what's crazy? I never did that at Michigan. We didn't do that. Every school doesn't do that.
Remember when Al Golden had to do it after losing to Clemson 58-0?
I would say this. We in most cases, we did it before the game. And everybody didn't necessarily do it. We come out of the tunnel and guys would run down in front of the dog pound, right? After the game, not so much. So, again, what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to say is I'm not going to tell a man what's easy for him to do or what he should be doing. And I think for us to just look at somebody else and look at how they do things and say, what's the big deal? Right? Like, there's certain things that we all have in our lives that other people think, what's the big deal? And you're like, no. So I'm
sure,
just
people have principles on things.
Right.
No matter what.
So from that standpoint, I guess that's my only blowback without knowing the situation. Don't tell me what is easy for somebody else. Don't tell me what somebody else should or shouldn't do. All right. From an athlete's perspective, I got cheered when I won. I got booed when I lost. Well deserved. I accepted it. Right. Once we get past that part of it, I think my obligation to fans is to put a good product on the field. Whether I signed autographs or did all that, I didn't have to do that. That's not part of the requirements. My requirements to the fans: if your team isn't winning, they're not coming and they're booing. If they're winning, they're happy and they're celebrating. Does that sound simple enough? Or is that like, I don't, now I will say
I think the thing is, the thing I would just say is, if it is tradition, I get, like, you get to a certain point with sports, but a guy is so big, you feel like you're bigger than the tradition of the thing. And I would say, like, look, hard to argue. He is probably bigger than the sport. He's bigger than the league. He's that type of iconic. But, somebody said that we'll get to a point where when Messi's here, nobody's going to care about the team. And I would say,
and that's why they have these meetings.
But the problem is, these are the guys who are going to be around when Messi retires. Like, that's this particular problem, is that these are the guys that were here before Messi, and they probably will be there after Messi. So you do have to take care of them.
But I think that's why they're having these meetings.
Sure.
Is because
you send in David Beckham for these meetings. That's why he's so handsome and charming, When you send in David Beckham, he's going to smooth things over. What can we do, make this right? You want some selfie with David Beckham over here, love? Yeah. And we'll take a selfie.
Say, I hate fans. I don't hate fans. But what I do have a problem with is people telling me because I play football, I have an obligation to do anything other than play football. Right?
You want me posh? You want me posh?
And that's the part of it that I have a problem with, and I'm always going to be uneasy with. Like, if I walked into your job and said, hey, what's the big deal? All you got to do is this, right? Like, it would rub you the wrong way.
I understand what you're saying, and I do agree with that, and I think sometimes we do expect too much from athletes. That being said, I think objectively in this scenario, objectively, can we agree that waving to a group of fans cannot be that difficult? Even if you even if you lose by 10 goals, it cannot be that hard. I think it's a pride thing on both sides. Whether I think it's silly or not is out of the question. But if it is tradition and it is embedded in the culture, objectively, I think we all can agree that waving to a group of fans, even if it's Les Mis, even if it's just a little nod, it's not hard.
But and my whole point about this, Brittney, is you telling another grown man what is a big deal or not, I don't think it's any of our place.
Yeah, but there are things that are there are cultural customary things everywhere. Like,
that's a whole different discussion, because everybody's telling me it's a normal thing. And I'm like, okay, that's a different.
You could not tell a man to be loud during a moment of silence. Like, it's customary and respectful to do it.
Right.
You know, is it a big deal? Like, no, but that's what, the place of respect is there. I'm telling you, David Beckham's going to smooth it over. He's charming.
Right. I understand what everybody's saying. I'm not, and I'm not arguing whether he should have waived or not. Right. My whole argument behind this is I get tired of grown people telling other grown people what's a big deal or not, because it's not a big deal to you. That's my problem. I also have a problem with, hey, he won you a championship. He's winning you games. He's bringing a level of interest that you wouldn't have had by any other player.
Yes,
right?
but this is the disconnect there, and I think this is probably where they're at, whether you agree with it or not. These guys would be there if there was Messi or no Messi. That's the kind of fans we're dealing with here.
He
So
doesn't
the fact
that though.
What's that?
That maybe he doesn't understand that. Maybe he's looking at it as they're here for me.
There's no way for that, because he came from situations with playing for Argentina and playing for other clubs in Europe where they don't care who's on their team.
Right,
It is they are ride or die for the team, for the name of the team.
Right.
So I think that's a bull crap excuse if that's going to be his excuse.
I don't know what his excuse is. He doesn't talk.
Well, that's why David Beckham.
That also makes it more interesting, is that nobody's he never talks.
You guys want me, Posh? Of course you do. Come over here. Shake a picture with Posh. We say pinks on 3.
Hey, you couldn't afford Ronaldo. Now he got that money, and he got that crazy money.
We'll take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. And you guys can get us on the chat, 104.3 WQAM on YouTube, Miami, 104.3 WQAM on Twitch. Bob says, Messi doesn't owe you anything. He says, another guy says that they're not pissed at Messi, by the way. They're pissed at the whole team. Well, yeah, it took them long enough to get a freaking win over in that building, even though they've been playing well everywhere else. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of in the class of petty versus player. And this wasn't a guy who was on the team anymore. But it reminds me very much of like 2015, 2016, when LeBron James would come to Miami with the Cavaliers, and he had a run of like 2 stops when he wouldn't play against the Miami Heat. And like one of the times he just didn't play for rest. And it's like, does LeBron owe it to Miami to play? No. But like if you were going to pick the game to not play, wouldn't you have not played the Pelicans, and you would have played in the place where you won championships? And then the Heat fans ended up chanting, LeBron is tired. And it was like, and then he held up his ring finger, and it got all petty between both parties on that, So yeah, this happened from time to time. But that's kind of what it reminds me of, even if it's that like you're thankful of the great memories, and everybody's obviously. I don't think there's any Inter Miami fan that's not thankful that Messi is here and playing awesome soccer. But I do think that there are people that have been here before Messi as well, and they want to feel a little love, feel the love.
I think it's what makes it a little bit different is I would be more willing to say LeBron doesn't owe you anything. What I would say about Messi and what people have been saying is that if it's customary to do that, right?
Neither owes, but I think it's one of those things. Like we're going back to, I know you don't want to tell a grown man what to do. Neither owes either one anything at that point. Like Messi shows up, he plays professional soccer, he plays the best of his abilities in this league, he plays it better than anybody else. He doesn't owe it to anybody, just like LeBron didn't owe it to Heat fans to suit up and play against them so they could watch, him do his thing. And I could see the reasons being like, well, you guys got to see me for 4 years. It's like, yeah, but so like you're doing this odd thing where you're not playing against the Heat in Miami for 3 straight seasons. That's weird.
Right.
So hopefully it all gets squared away. Because task at hand.
So question. After they sang the song, after he's waved at,
man, T sucks.
If after he's waved
Stop
at the other 3 sides of the stadium, if he goes over there and waves, it's not going to have the same, right? It's like, okay,
nah, people love it.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was quickly forgiven.
Okay.
It's
Somebody said the songs they were singing were nasty too.
Yeah.
It's just an odd thing to take a stance on, in my opinion. Like, it's such an odd thing when players take a stance against their own fans.
But
one time the late Vontae,
Brittney, can I ask you this? Nobody ever says the fans have been too hard on the players.
That's not true.
No, come on, Brittney. Like, could they all believe, hey, if you suck and I bought my ticket, I can yell whatever I want. That's reality. Okay. I get it. I understand that. I have co-signed some of the things they were yelling. Somebody said, hey, did you hear the fans booing? I said, I would have booed my ass too. We were terrible today. Right?
Yeah, you won 3 games.
But that being said, right? Let's not all of a sudden act like, there's certain things that players have to eat. And that's one of them. Hey, we bought a ticket. We can yell what we want or whatever.
But I think this is a situation where it's like, it's not that Messi's played bad. It's not that he's actively choosing not to partake in something that is the norm.
Yeah.
And I think that's just an odd stance to take, even if you're losing games.
For you, there might be something that's happening that he decided to take this stand.
Yeah, well, listen. And then RV Rich says Messi is arrogant.
Yeah,
of course he's arrogant. He's
he
Messi.
is.
He's the best thing to ever grace a soccer field, or one of, whatever. Don't kill me, soccer people. But the point is like, yeah, of course he's arrogant. Like, of course he's gonna say, "Oh, isn't me just being here good enough?" And the answer probably should be yes. But also, that's one of those things is you're never gonna get a guy that great to kowtow to anybody with these types of things. Kowtow, relenting.
I don't think that's a word.
Yeah, kowtow. That's how you say it. I think it is. I think you're wrong.
Can you spell it?
No.
All right.
we can't look it up.
-1.
We can't look it up because we can't spell
-1.
Kowtow.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Kowtow, dude.
No, kowtow. Is that relent or
yeah. To kowtow.
No, dude.
-1.
What?
Stop while you're ahead.
Yeah. Dude, I knew it caught me off guard.
The act of deep deference involves kneeling, touching your forehead to the ground. Kowtow.
It's kowtow.
I don't think so, dude. It's Chinese.
Kowtow.
Look up the pronunciation.
I just did. Kowtow.
If you had said
No.
if you had said
Spell it.
kowtow instead of kowtow, like mature, then maybe we could understand your English.
I don't need
But
to look
because-
up how to pronounce something that I know how to pronounce. It's kowtow.
No.
That's not how you pronounce
That's not how
it.
it works.
It's kowtow.
Jesse
Now
says
you-
he is the greatest, Tobin. Don't be afraid to say it. I'm not afraid. I just want to make sure. I always feel like in these areas, like, listen, soccer is very beloved. I'm not the biggest soccer fan in the world. I want to respect
you're
everything
easing in
properly.
there.
So just want to be clear. Soap 305 says, Tobin, just stop. Get help. You need medicine. Yeah, I know. Definitely more than this terrible tea. Sucks, dude.
How many cups of tea have you drinking?
No, because he's either been
you
working on the
drank?
same cup for hours or he keeps making more tea and complaining about it.
This is my
I
fourth
think
cup
he's
of tea.
trying. I think he's trying different teas, hoping that something will stick.
4 cups of tea. You're drinking 4 cups of tea and you don't even like it.
You know, tea has caffeine in it too. Some of them.
This is true.
No, I'm drinking caffeine-free tea. I think.
If you're drinking, if you've had any
are you
green tea,
using sugar?
No, I don't like sugar with my coffee either. I like it tasting, but I like the aroma of coffee. I like coffee. I don't like tea because tea
Tequila
sucks.
kills more bugs.
if you've drinking green tea, yes, you've had caffeine.
We'll take a break. The mixed bag. That's up next. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Cigar lovers, we've got your chance to win sold-out VIP tickets to Drew Estate's Florida Barn Smoker this November. Throughout the day, you'll enjoy premium and VIP cigars, curated food and beverage experiences, food trucks, drinks, and more. To be eligible to win, enter now at WQAM.com/contests. Must be 21 plus to enter and attend. Valid ID required at registration.
You got what I need, but
Very
you
good.
say just a friend.
That is the song. Don't stop
Hello,
now.
Jennifer.
Hello. You hate tea?
Hello. No, I don't hate tea.
I don't see you sitting in front of a television with tea.
Okay, so for a while I despised tea. And then one day I got really sick at work and somebody said, "You want me to give you some tea?" And I just didn't have any kind of medicine or whatnot around me. So I just said yes. And then they made me like it was like a throat coat with lemon and something like that. And I just felt I know it's a terrible word. I mean, a phrase or whatever, but it's tea. And it really helped me. And then ever since I've used that to feel better when I get sick.
All right, fair enough.
So listen to me when I say things.
Yeah.
Dade South says Tobin likes a little sweetener everywhere except for his tea. Yeah, it's true.
And it's coffee. He drinks coffee black, which is just
You were saying you were getting tea out of the variety pack with the lemon zest and like God knows what. No, that's not going to help you.
Well, I don't understand. I thought that should help me.
No.
No.
And when in doubt, there's Google who.
Why would you make a useless tea?
Because there's different purposes for each one.
But they're all supposed to help me.
No, I don't think.
All help different things.
Leroy's about to go vacate to go get a sandwich.
He's like hyper fixated on these sandwiches lately.
I love how it's following him.
I know. Look at it. He has no shame.
There's no shame. I was just about to look at it.
Now he's coming back for his
Now
wallet.
he's coming back.
Forgot his key card. This is just incredible. This is a professional right here.
He has zero shame.
He really does. I mean, it's incredible.
He's not even hustling.
Nope. No, he's gonna take a sweet time. What did he order today? Because did he badger you today with what he should order for the entire show?
Nope. He did not speak to me. He hasn't spoke to me much today, only to come in here and tell me that I was wrong.
Wow.
Messi?
He walks in and he goes, "How does it feel to be wrong all the time?"
Wow.
There's no way he said that to you.
I swear. He literally walked in here and said, "How does it feel to be wrong all the time?"
That's so messed up. -1 to him when he gets back.
Oh, you want him to soak in his -1?
Of course. That's so.
Yeah, I mean, if he's not here to experience the shame of a -1, then what's the point?
Fair point. There was a tweet. This is from NHL Rumors, and it says David Pagnotta, who reports for NHL Network, regarding Sergei Bobrovsky and the Panthers. Quote: "We know he wants a lot of money. That Marchand type of give me term and I'll take less money kind of vibe there. My gut says is that they'll get to it. So hopefully Bob gets his dough because he deserves it. Because if we lose him, I will be sad.
You'll be lost. You'll be broken.
I will be. I will be broken. And you can't, and you know, you can't just sweeten it up like a bouquet with Hellybook and just be like, oh, take your new goalie and like it, Tobin. It's like, yeah, right. I don't want to learn new goalie. I'll tell you one thing though. I hope this Rod Brindamore and the Carolina Hurricanes. I think I'm rooting for the Canadiens. I don't like Brindamore.
Yes, we know.
We all know you don't like.
We all know you don't.
Yeah, but you guys understand, right? SDI says Hellybuck is $10 times better. Yeah, in the regular season, SDI. When it comes down to brass tacks, when it matters, come on, there's nobody better than Bob. Everybody knows that, dude. When it matters. Not fair. He was really good in the Olympics. He had the save of a lifetime. And, you know, you're playing on the world stage with the best players. While the Panthers are good, you know.
He's back.
Great. Good for him. Look at him. He's so chipper. He's skipping in with his bag. He got another one of those Cuban sandwiches.
I can't tell.
Miami Vice, most likely.
I can tell. I know the bag. He's going there every day now.
He's obsessed.
What did you get?
Not telling you.
He's out of breath.
You got a
The
steak
Miami
sandwich.
Vice.
Huh?
He got
Miami Vice.
he got a pan combi steak.
No, it got Cuban.
El lechon.
Cuban.
All right.
Doesn't it have a little bit of everything?
Carlos says if Bob goes, Tobin mimics Aaron Rodgers on the beach. Yeah, I'm gonna have a blanket around me, just looking out aimlessly.
Or at the Nut. What's that place called? Peanut Island.
Yeah,
It has to be there.
I could never be depressed at the Nut. It's just not possible.
I'm clipping that.
You can't. It's just impossible. It's too great a place. How could you be depressed looking at that? You won't be.
I mean, just think about Bob.
Ugh, I don't want to. Ruin it for me. So I hope that doesn't happen. I do hope it happens. Like, what is it with you walking away so chipper though? Like you got to have that kind of an energy to go get your sandwich.
Yeah.
He's literally probably staring at it right now because he
How
has
long have
nothing
you been
to
thinking
work.
about that sandwich?
Placed the order at 12.
Wow. So you've been thinking about this for a good hour plus.
No, 12. It's not 1 o'clock yet.
No. I'm just saying, but you've been thinking about ordering, like, because you probably couldn't order till 12.
No, I could order at 11, but well, again, I relied on someone because Ryan likes to eat there.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, hey, when you go, just, pick me up this. I'm not going at 12 o'clock. So now I got to order it myself, which I should have known better and should have just ordered it myself to start with.
Can we talk about how you went into the production studio and told Brittney what's it like to be wrong about everything? Because that deserves a -1.
Up. It's rude. It's wrong.
Messing with her.
-1.
Oh my!
What were you
Brittney,
referring to?
Brittney, was I not kidding?
I don't know because then we proceeded to have the argument and we still differed. So I still feel like you feel that way.
But I never said you were wrong.
This
You
is
never
over the
said
messy
you said
thing?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all over the messy
I
thing.
never said you were wrong.
Eh.
Like I don't at no point in time.
And when I was trying to make my point, you said
there's
and walked out.
there's a big difference in telling somebody they're wrong and arguing that versus just arguing from your perspective.
But if you said, what's it like being always wrong? That connotes that all of her takes are wrong.
Yep.
Which the only take that I would say Brittney has wrong is her JJ Redick take. Every other take I'm fine with.
That's also an opinion, Tobin.
Or her
No,
ribs.
it's just wrong. It's not an opinion.
My ribs. I love ribs. I don't like bacon.
Wait, no, what was it? Bacon.
That's okay. Okay, so she has two wrong takes. JJ
She
Redick
loves
and
ribs
bacon.
and hates bacon.
Very
Which is
strange.
just
But
another
in no
part of
way
the
is
thing.
it okay to tell her, a grown woman like that,
Hey.
that she is always wrong.
Except about JJ Redick.
And you would not even dare to say that if I was in the room.
Because Chris Quinn deserves
I
a
would
job
not
with JJ
allow you
Redick.
to say that.
First of all,
I would
and
not
then we
allow
had
you
a
to say that.
and then we had a conversation. Like
We had a conversation
that's it.
and you still
Yeah.
you walked out very smug.
Smug.
Very
I
smug.
don't do smug.
You do smug. You were like, I said I made a point and you're like, this is where I can't listen to you. And he walked out.
Wow.
That sounds like something
Yeah,
I would say.
exactly.
Exactly.
believe
So
it.
-5.
Wow.
Really?
That's very harsh.
Is it?
That's
Wait,
pretty
he's
harsh.
pretty harsh too.
Dade South is calling you Smugsy Bogues.
Well, according to JFig, we're the same height.
Yep.
We're not the
We'll
same height.
take a break. Final hour coming up.
He
We'll do
and
the next
Muggsy
bag.
Bogues. He's 5'3".
Yeah. Imagine him next to Wemby.
Jeez.
Take a break. Get you caught up with your headlines. We're back after this. Look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm Peter Gammons, okay? And I know that baseball's changed. It's not the same that it used to be. But someone is going to have to sit me down one day and explain, Leroy, after putting up 12 runs, why on God's green earth do we have Christopher Morel hitting cleanup today?
Because
what are we doing? Maybe I'll look a fool tomorrow. Maybe he'll have a 2-home run day.
Wouldn't we keep the same lineup and let him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're facing a lefty. Oh, heavens to Betsy. What do we do? You know, that big inning yesterday, they tried that same cute plan with Bummer. Lefty. Couldn't throw a strike. Everybody wore him down. And he gave up home runs. What is this lineup today? Xavier Edwards, Otto Lopez, duh. Heriberto Hernandez, okay, I'll give him a day. But Morel, Ruiz, what are we doing? Leo Jimenez.
Should
we got no Liam Hicks.
As bats as possible?
What's that?
Should the young guys be getting as many at bats as possible?
Yeah, no. Let me get this straight. We've been waiting forever for Jacob Marcy to get going. We're taking him out today after he gets on base 5 times. Liam Hicks leads the league in RBIs. We're taking him out because the lefty's on the mound.
I hate that.
Dumb,
you know, I'll fight you over that. I hate that.
Oh, and we got Braxton Garrett. He's got to bounce back after his last outing. Jeez Louise. I just don't understand that. Lefty, righty, lefty, righty. Kiss my ass. How about have your good hitters in there? What good is a righty if he's going to swing like a bum at everything? How many double plays is Christopher Morel going to hit into? 1 or 2? I'll go 2.
Oh, man, he does hit that meatball ground ball.
Oh, my God. He's the king of it.
Serve him up.
He's the king of it. He loves hitting the ground. Oh, you guys got hey, you guys got an inning going? Don't worry. Double play man is here. 463.
That's his name. His number should be 46.
I don't understand it. Who thinks to themselves and let me just be clear here. I don't know if this is Clayton McCullough. I don't know if this is with the AI bots. I don't know if this is Peter Bendix and Clayton McCullough. But boys, you ever hear about riding a heater? Let's go.
Nope.
You're getting too cute. This is too cute at its finest.
They're busting their own energy.
I don't understand it.
We scored 12 runs. Let's change the whole lineup.
Right. So strange. No Sanoja. Sanoja goes deep. All right. We're moving on. Jacob Marcy gets on base a gazillion times. Sit your ass down.
He's trying to dig himself out of a hole. He needs a good run.
Right. I don't get it.
And here's the part I don't get. Baseball is so streaky, right? That if you're on a heater, you should ride it out. You shouldn't take a day off and then come in the following day and you don't have it anymore. If Marcy, the way Marcy's been in the ball the last couple of games, I would let him ride it out until he gets tired or he starts swinging the bat poorly.
It just to me is you want to do it a couple places, fine. But you're taking 4 guys out of a lineup that killed it yesterday?
Now, keep in mind, they're also playing 16 straight days. It sucks.
Who?
Aren't they playing a bunch of days in a row again?
Dude, whatever. You're playing the Braves. You got to beat this team. They always kick your heads in. I mean, you want to get cute? Do it against the Mets. Anyway, weather report brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. I'm being very reasonable today. T sucks. Replacing roof repairs, maintenance, hurricane impact, windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com. Currently, 84 degrees in Miami, mostly cloudy. Thunderstorms expected around 3 p.m. Wind gusts up to 17 miles per hour. So that sounds like a roof closed type of day.
All right.
And in fact, the roof is closed. I just looked at the status for today.
It is closed. After the rain we've been getting down here, I don't know why it wouldn't be.
Just
why risk it? We know what happened. We know what happened before, right?
Oh, yeah.
Opening day. Was
Yep.
that opening day?
I don't
Where it rained, it had a rain delay in a stadium that's closed?
I don't remember if it was opening day or not.
Or it was like yeah, I think it was.
You might be right.
In one of the more embarrassing moments of
Yep, it was opening day. You're right, 2018. Jeez. But not as embarrassing as having Christopher Morel as your cleanup hitter. That's embarrassing. And then you're gonna sit here and be like, oh, who's his favorite player? Lucy and Hialeah. Sure, dude. All right. Sure. Okay, not suspicious at all, dude. Not suspicious at all. Anyway, the Miami Dolphins OTAs in the books for the day. Jeff Hafley spoke to the media earlier in the morning, and he was asked about the Dolphins' tough schedule. He says he's not shook.
Well, I don't look at the outside expectations, right? I'm just worried about OTAs right now and trying to get this team, where we want it to be before we break, and then getting ready for training camp. As far as the schedule goes, I mean, as soon as I took the job, I knew who we were going to have to play. So when we play them, where we play them, in what order it's in, I didn't really get too concerned or caught up with it. They handed me the schedule. I looked at it and figured out where we were going week 1, week 2, and week 3 maybe. And after that, looked at the bye week to see, when we were playing there. And, I mean, we got to play who we have to play, and I'm really not concerned of when they are. So we'll be excited to play wherever we have to play, whoever we have to play, and we'll do the best we can to be ready for those games. But it didn't really change how I thought about it at all.
All right. Not shook. I like it.
I mean, I've said that, and everybody flips out. That when the last season ends, you already know who you're playing. The only thing you don't know is the schedule.
According to reporters there, he said that they approached the league about the only thing they asked is if they could have their West Coast games back to back.
Right.
So that is how they're starting the season. So imagine that they're going to be out there.
You already know who you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you know that right after the season ends.
According to David Furones, Malik Willis, mostly with fundamental and safe throws in 7-on-7 at a Dolphins OTA session, had impressive tight connections to Jalen Tolbert and hit Malik Washington downfield. He was intercepted by Dante Trader over the middle off a tip where Caleb Douglas extended one hand out and got his fingertips on the ball. We are so back, dude. Football is back. It is back.
No, it's not.
It is back, dude.
Not back
Hell
yet.
yes. Hell yes. That's what I'm talking about. He also says that Dolphins linebacker Kyle Lewis had a pick six against undrafted rookie quarterback Mark Gronowski at today's OTA session. All right. Making big plays, the Shark. That's what they call him. Leroy does the fin thing. Very exciting. And Kenneth Grant has gone back to his college number of 78, last worn by James Daniels, who, of course, famously had 4 snaps as the starting right guard last year.
You know what's crazy about that? 78 doesn't sound like a defensive number. That sounds like offensive lineman. Right?
It does. It does. You're right
so
about that.
It's a weird, like, I know we're all screwed up with numbers now, but 70s has never really been a defensive line number. In fact, I would ask, and this is off the top of my head, so I have no idea. Give me a famous defensive lineman with a 70s number.
Oof.
What number was Mean Joe Green? I think it was 76.
75.
75. There you go. It's rare though, isn't it?
I think so. You won the game already, though.
Okay.
You had Mean Joe Green. I'm not gonna really have a better pair of aces than that.
And you know why? Because when you don't remember the Coke commercial?
Yeah, he throws him a towel, right? Or a jersey, I forget.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you throw? A jersey or a towel?
A jersey.
Okay.
A kid, cats.
Thanks, Joe.
Yep.
You guys remember that? Brittney, ever seen that?
Brittney. You got to ask Brittney about Ray Lewis. That's her time frame.
Yeah. Even then, I was young.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
No, you weren't even born when he started. I played with Ray Lewis.
Yeah, like I had the latter half of his career, though.
Right.
I remember the latter half.
And Machine Gun Kelly fans, we're giving away tickets to see his Lost Americana show with Wiz Khalifa on May 27th at I Think Financial Amphitheater. For your chance to win, enter now at WQAM.com/contest. This is a Live Nation show. We'll take a break.
Is Megan Fox broken up? Did somebody confirm that?
I wasn't really interested after we asked, but I do believe they are broken up.
Okay.
The last time they were together, I believe, was when McGregor on Cass was trying to fight Machine Gun Kelly.
I mean,
because he was like, "Your wife was in me DMs." And he's sitting here with a broken leg. We'll take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. It's draft season, NBA style. The Heat will pick 13th, maybe, in this year's draft. Well, they'll pick 13th. They may trade that pick after they make the selection.
They're going to pick 13th regardless.
Right. Will it be for them? Don't know. Hard to say.
Right.
Hard to say. There is a article out or a new mock draft by Jeremy Woo, who is ESPN's. He is ESPN's draft guru. I think Jonathan Gavoni left ESPN. And he said, ESPN Shams Charania reported last week the Bucks are open for business as they weigh the possibilities for Giannis Antetokounmpo, which would lead to a roster makeover. While the Bucks hold only this pick at present, rival teams say Milwaukee has been operating as if they will have multiple picks in this year's draft. Now, I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means they're having a lot of workouts. I don't know if they're scouting some more people below them, above them. You know, maybe they feel like there's trade-up possibilities or whatnot, because that's the one thing with the Heat. The Heat got another pick and have some stuff unlocked to them, but they don't have a higher pick than Milwaukee, who is sitting at 10 while Miami's at 13. So do with that what you will. Right now, he mocks to the Miami Heat still LeBaron Filan Jr. He is the guard out of Alabama. So even after the combine, still sticks with the same thing.
Or you think that's the position that, you know, and this, if nothing happens, you think they're...
I don't know. It's a good question. You know, there's a ton of guards after the top 4 guys. The top 4 guys are like all the measurables that you want.
Wing guys, shooters.
The center from Michigan, who's 7'3", he had a really good combine, so he's going a little bit higher because he was more like around the Heat's range 11, 12, 13, and now he's like in the top 10, according to this guy, Ade Mera. So there's him. Then you kind of have like all these same type of guys. The guy who everybody's Heat darling right now is Cameron Carr from Baylor, because he's 6'4", 6'5", but he's got huge wingspan. He had a monster combine scrimmage. He lit it up from 3. The Heat certainly do need some shooting, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, or a true point guard.
Yep.
But
well, the hope. If
you get a true point guard, then you're going to need another scorer.
Yeah, the hope is you could give somewhat more of the reins to Jakob this year. Should he be here? I'm doing this on a non-Giannis trade front right now.
Can we get over the fact that basketball will still have that team draft the player, even though they traded the pick somewhere else? Is that's so stupid?
Schmeathan Schmolnick says this front office has been Jeremy Pooh. Very mature Schmeathan. Right now, it doesn't matter because Wembanyama's coming for everybody's stuff.
Coming? He's already there.
He's too big. He's too confident.
I think his downfall, if there is one, this postseason will be after playing 40-plus minutes the first game, he wears down.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, right. Because he's never played that much.
But that's what the monks workout was for, right?
The monks?
Yeah, when you work with Shaolin monks, you get in great shape. That's what I hear.
No, you don't. What are you talking about?
I have no idea.
I mean, I thought he was faking a hammy at the end of the game. He was like grabbing his leg.
Yeah. It's the dunks were like insane yesterday. The way that he's just like yamming it on everybody. But then like the pull up from 40 was disgusting.
That was just crazy.
It was disgusting. I was like, what is it? What are we watching right now? This is crazy.
Crazy. That's at that point I was like, because at the time it looked like OKC, all right, got him in an overtime.
Yeah.
Run away with this. And then they had a couple of terrible turnovers where they didn't even get a shot off. And then it gets down to 3, and then Wemby just You know what? I think I'm gonna just shoot this.
MLB, Miami LB says Wemby in 2 years won't be the same. He's too big. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't think there's anything. I mean, yes, it's an oddity, but he looks smooth, man. It doesn't look laborious when he's out there running.
I would say, if anything, the way you get him is just keep leaning on him over the course of a series. That'll really see how strong he is.
Well, we saw that he had a short fuse in the after, because they were doing a lot of that cheap stuff in the Timberwolves series.
Right.
But I don't know, dude. Like, you know, and how old is he now? What is he, 22?
Yeah. This is his second year.
That's ridiculous. I'm telling you, dude, we gotta get Kel'el Ware to the Monks. We gotta get him to the Monks. I don't know what Monks, which Monks to call.
Oh, we gotta send to the Monks with Batman.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, send him to some Batman Monks. We need Kel'el Ware.
Get the flower and bring it up the hill.
Does Kel'el Ware have one of like the best games against Wembanyama one-on-one? Like just moves because he's just got that reach and that tallness.
Right. 22 is like 45 in stick insect years.
Perhaps. Yeah, maybe he'll burn out like John Morant. Says.
No, not really, because the difference is that even without all that athletic ability, he can still be tall.
He's still tall. Yeah, that's the thing. You're still tall, and he doesn't even have to jump high.
Does he have to
That was the
jump
thing. Like,
high?
I've only been up close to him a couple of times with the Heat games. That's just like it looks like a toy to him, you know, because like even Kel'el, like you watch Kel'el work out, I'm like, yeah, he's big. He's bigger than everybody else, but it doesn't look like he's playing on a child's play school toy rim.
Right.
Schmieden says Chunks requesting some Monks. I thought you were going to go with Shaolin Chunks. I thought that's where you're going to go, Schmieden.
Say Wemby is pumping iron. Really?
No, he looks put together for him. I mean, he's never going to be he's not going to look like Ben Wallace.
I mean, he does look like he got a little stronger because he don't fall down for everything.
Dade South says, you ask for Monks. This front office is probably only going to get you Malik Monk. You're right.
Geez.
That's Bam, we traded for one of your best friends. We don't have Tyler anymore, but we got you Malik Monk. That's probably what we're facing here, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Probably what we're facing. But D Wade said we got to be patient. All right. He said we got to be. Now, this was interesting. So Dwyane Wade on his podcast on the Y Network, he was reacting to our reaction of him saying to be patient. And I had alluded to Leroy. I'm like, did anybody get to D Wade from the organization? Or is he know something that we don't know? Because D Wade was pretty tough on the Heat.
He was pretty aggressive.
He was pretty aggressive. And then all of a sudden, he was like, oh, no. You guys need to be, listen, you got to be patient. And I was like, that seemed odd.
So you figured out what it was?
I don't know what it is. This was him on his podcast. I'll give you a couple pieces here. And he was saying that nobody's gotten to him. He has not been compromised by the Heat. He just thinks that you got to do it for the right move.
And so I was just, going down YouTube as I'm trying to watch the games and watch highlights and all the things. I saw a couple of my guys in Miami, talk about our show and talk about our conversation. They even said I took it back a little bit. I took a step back on the Heat, you know what I mean? In my last conversation when I talked about, them staying, kind of how patient the Heat are and they will strike when they're ready. Some people say I walked it back a little bit. And he was like, did someone get to me? Just all no one has gotten to me. I think people take things I say and and I respect how they take things I say, because I mean all the things I say, but also too, just because you say one thing don't mean it's not another thing. Like just because because I said there's no buzz in the city, right? That comment that went viral doesn't mean that the Heat is going to go out and just make buzz in the city. Like just because like I want them to compete for championships don't mean that they're going to be impatient and not strike the way that they strike. So, two things could be, right at the same time. And so, my comments, about the Heat was, yeah, I'm like you. The fan in me and the love of the Miami Heat that we all have, we want to see them in the Eastern Conference Finals and competing for championships. But also, too, I know the organization. I've been there. I've been a player on a roster that was impatient, ready to go, because I know that my basketball life only has so much in it. I'm like, yo, let's strike. And they was like, no, let's wait. And we waited 2 years before we struck. But when we struck gold.
Yeah, you had those years where D Wade was in the peak of his powers, an MVP candidate, post-championship, post-Shaq. There was some buzz that they wanted to go after Lamar Odom. He wanted them to go after Lamar Odom, add to that team, and they didn't. They got him Jermaine O'Neal. Not the good Jermaine O'Neal.
That's when they brought the bigs that had to alternate because one couldn't walk one night.
No, that was the first year of the Big Three, where we were going through Eric Dampier and Big Z and Eddie Curry. But when the Heat, they had Sean Marion for a cup of coffee when they traded Shaq.
Wasn't even a center.
No. But then they had Jermaine O'Neal, who was definitely past his prime.
Oh yeah.
When he got to the Miami Heat. But I don't know. Like
that's not winning. Like, if you try to do it that way again without your core, that's not going to get it done. And I don't think that the Heat have their core yet. I'm talking about your 3 or 4 guys that you're going to start the franchise with or build around. They got one guy, maybe 2. All the other guys, they don't know yet.
GP says they had Jamal McClure. They did. They had Big Cat.
Big Cat.
But they did not make those moves. And so he's saying it could be 2 things at once. And I'm like, can it? I don't know. Like, I get the idea. You don't want to just make a move for move's sake, but they definitely feel past the point of, I don't even want to say running it back because that's an overused term, but they definitely feel past the point of like
not doing nothing,
just staying stuck in the mud. Like, that can't be the plan.
Here's what I don't think anybody wants. Nobody wants the Heat organization to come at us and say, well, all we need is this and all we need is that, these guys to be healthy and this guy. We've been through that the last 2 years. That ain't working. Your injured guys get hurt all the time, and then you have other guys who are getting banged up. So the injury thing can't be an excuse. We got to just bring new people in and bring more reliable people. I believe that they don't even have to be as good. If they're reliable, you'll have more success.
D-Wade then also revealed that one of the videos he was watching was my comments saying that this was that I feel like he was compromised, but he disagrees with that. But he did shout out the show.
It's never walking back. Ain't nobody getting to me. Everybody know how I am. If y'all worked with me, you around me, like, y'all know how I am, man. But I also, I'm very opinionated, and and I express those opinions. And so I'm sure everything I say, people don't love, but also too, I'm sure some of the things I say, people can be like, yeah, I hear them.
We want that.
Yeah, we want feedback. We want people listening. We want all the things, man. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to everybody in Miami that's doing something incredible, when it comes to covering our game. You know what I mean? Like, obviously we know, Dan Le Batard and his crew, they've been doing an incredible job for a very long time of just covering the game and, and covering the Heat and all the things. And then, it's so many others as well. Shout out to my guy, Tobin in Miami, man. He also too, he talked about us.
Really?
I think he even mentioned your name, Bob. I think he even mentioned your name, if my memory serves me correct. He mentioned your name. He talked about your stats and everything. He's photographer, videographer, So shout out to BT, man. Shout out to Brandon.
Yeah, because Bob Metalis, his photographer, videographer, did the
So,
D-Wade
couldn't
documentary.
get no wine, couldn't get no shout out.
Sorry, man.
Yep.
But
It's because your name's BT.
Yeah.
But I think he knows something, dude. I think he's not sharing something. I got to be honest with you.
I
think he's hiding something. I think he knows that they got something's up the sleeve. Like all of a sudden, I know he's saying nobody got to him. I know he's saying make the right moves. Too soon. I'm a little skeptical. I'm a little suspicious of D Wade. You know, now all of a sudden trying to throw the scent off. Like he knows something. I'm telling you, dude.
Well, sometimes you have to do that because the reaction that you get is not what you were trying to say. So, like, where you think, oh, I think he knows something, that's why he had to do that. It might have been more along the lines of, no, I need to put this out there that what you guys think my intentions were by saying this isn't accurate. That's it. That's all.
Why do you want that? Is it because he knows something?
I mean, that's how you would go about it, but I would just say no. He said before this gets out of hand, I'm gonna go ahead on and put it out there that no, this is why I said what I said.
Shouldn't he know that when I hear what he says, it's going to get out of hand?
He should know.
He should know that.
He
Yes.
should know that. And the only people that pay are us.
What do you mean you're paying?
Because we got to listen to your nonsense.
No, but I don't disagree with him. I don't disagree with Tobin. It is very odd that you went from being so hard and harsh on the Miami Heat to now you're kind of just like, hey guys, like let's all be patient. Let's take a step back.
That part,
take a breather. Like it is suspicious.
I think that part, it almost seems like somebody from the league called them and said, you can't be part of the Utah criticizing the Heat. That's, So he
I don't
back.
think that's it. I don't think that's
No,
it.
You think that's it?
No.
No, I don't think that's it.
Or do you think he respects the hell out of Pat Riley and he was seeing how people were taking what he was saying and he wanted to like, no, that's not what I was trying to say.
Maybe.
I think it's either one. I think it's either what Tobin says, which is like he might know something that we don't, or on the other hand, it's
how you gonna
somebody
own
from
a
the
team?
Heat organization and told him like, hey, let's pipe it down a little
How
bit.
you
buddy.
gonna own a different team and then and go that route?
Ask Tom Brady. I don't like people do it all the time.
It's not that hard. He's getting a check from the Jazz, but he loves the Heat. It's not really that complicated. I don't know why people make it more complicated than it is.
All right.
It's the same thing with Troy Aikman. What are you, Mike Florio? It's not that hard. Correspond for the Dolphins and call the game. It's not that difficult. Compartmentalize, people. But stay on him, Bob. Listen, you keep throwing breadcrumbs out there for D-Wade. See if you can get us some answers, dude. He knows something. I'm telling you, he knows something. Just not spilling it. We'll take a break. Mix it up in the mix bag coming up next. T sucks.
You know what's crazy? The fact that you accused me of trying to poison you and then making potions out of a cauldron.
You know what's crazy? We all
Also, you're muted, and I can't.
I only
unmute
accused you of one of those things.
We all have this stuffed up nose. JFig still has it. Tobin now. I got it. Brittney.
I'm in perfect health. Thank you very much.
Yeah, she's on the good side of the glass.
Is
though.
this the
She's not on
cauldron
that-
you were talking about?
Oh,
Dude,
yeah. A cauldron. Definitely a cup with two handles. Who does that?
Yeah, you listen. Would you anybody here respectfully? Would anybody here be surprised if Jennifer has partaken in witchcraft?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
I see, picture her just putting some kind of root on some guy that did her wrong.
No.
And then he
Karma can go ahead and work their magic, okay? Without me.
Okay.
If you say so.
It's true. Anyone who does me harm will get it worse.
Really? Somebody said Arizona tea is the tea go. Oh God.
Yeah, iced tea is good. Regular tea sucks.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I don't like iced tea.
Arnold Palmer's are the best.
Oh man, Long Island iced tea also good.
That's different.
Get to the mixed bag, huh? Leroy, you familiar with Dylan Harper?
Yep.
He's on the Spurs. Teammates with Wemby. This is what he had to say on Wemby being incredible.
Confidence through the roof. I was kind of stunned a little bit. But once the ball went up, I'm like, oh, that's going in. It's kind of just who he is. I mean, he's one of a kind.
Yeah. We're all screwed.
I mean,
SGA, go ahead.
It doesn't seem like he's going anywhere anytime soon.
Nope.
Right?
I think everybody just walked away with that. Just you're so in awe after that game one. Maybe OKC gets off the canvas, but I'll tell you one thing: they're very intimidating, but not to that team, not to the Spurs, not at all. SGA was asked after yesterday's game, how hard is it to shoot against somebody like Wemby?
But yeah, it's obviously challenging. Very tall, very long, deters a lot of things at the rim. Like I said before, you got to be smart when you go in there. Be patient, but also be aggressive and don't be too timid in there. I think you get caught worrying about it too much and you lose aggression, and that's where they really stranglehold on the game. You got to be able to be aggressive but also be smart.
Yeah, everybody's thinking about it.
I mean, they were chucking up some god awful layups. You know what I'm saying? It looked terrible.
SJ was also asked what went wrong in the loss.
Yeah, quality opponent. We knew it was going to be a dogfight. We just got to be better. Me in particular have to play better, especially against a team of this caliber. Yeah, nothing more than that.
All right. Fair enough. Tonight you got Cavs and Knicks, game one of the Eastern Conference Finals. And I wish them no success.
Who's here? How about this? Who do you have more faith in? Because both of them have been accused of the same thing. Cat or Harden?
Cat.
You have more faith in Cat?
I do.
Because he has the same, kind of mantra behind him, or
nobody ever says that Cat's better than Tim Duncan.
I'm talking about coming through in the big moments.
Yeah, but nobody ever tries to do that with Cat. Somehow they like to bury their heads in the sand like an ostrich when it comes to James Harden.
All right.
They do.
Yeah, they say the same stuff about Cat. That's why.
No. They say the same stuff negatively.
Yeah,
but
that's all I'm talking about.
Nobody overblows the positive on Cat like they do on James Harden.
That's all I'm talking about. I'm talking about it like, okay, right now they're in the Eastern Conference Final. Who do you have more faith that is either going to do well or fail because both of them have had the same complaint about him.
I answered my question.
All right.
Jeff Hafley spoke to the media today, and he was asked about how the other free agents on the Dolphins team should feel after Devon Achane got his deal.
I got a question and a follow-up about Devon Achane. Are we going to see him out at practice today?
Yeah, he'll be out of practice.
And getting him to agree to terms, do you think that sends a message to Aaron Brewer and Jordan Brooks about their potential extensions?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that's a better question for them than it is for me, and I don't want to speculate on that. I think it sends a good message when you have a player who was here on his first contract and has produced and had success to reward that player with a second contract. And I know that's important to Sully and I.
Interesting. I think they'll get those deals done. I think the Brewer one is the one that they should get done because they got to make sure that offensive line is set to go for the season.
Yeah, but I think Brooks is just as important because defense is all about energy, effort, and you need a guy that has that leading the defense, and that's what he does.
We'll see. I think the big one's done. That one, that's stress-free. They got the money freeing up after June. And so we'll see if this all gets squared away. But as of now, have they officially announced the deal, by the way? Did they ever officially announce it?
Maybe he can't sign until after June 1st.
Maybe he can't. Yeah. I was wondering about that because I don't feel like I've seen any social media posts about it, like, hey, he's officially extended and all that type of stuff. So I wonder if it's not official until, we got 10 days.
Oh, they're doing like basketball.
Yeah, a little bit.
Guys will be signing contracts and say, well, he agreed to terms, but he can't sign until a couple of days from now.
He Colt says Alex Caruso is a good pest. Is Pelle Larsson handsome, Caruso? He doesn't shoot like Caruso.
Does piss a lot of people off with his
Does piss a lot of people off.
Yeah, I could.
But way handsomer than Alex Caruso.
Caruso looks like a baby buzzard.
I think that's what also makes Caruso so unlikable.
That he's ugly?
He looks like a baby buzzard?
He's just not attractive.
Wow.
It's true. You disagree?
He looks like that baby. My mama told me for dinner. You don't remember the eagle in the cartoon?
Condor, wasn't it?
Condor, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. All right, that's your mixed bag, ladies and gentlemen. You got the Marlins. They'll be in action today at 4:10. I don't know if I'm going to gamble on them today because half the lineup I can't stand. So,
wow.
What?
Are you betting on players or are you betting on your team?
I'm not betting on either. So that would be my answer.
That would get you to stop betting.
It's oh yeah, Christopher Morel being a cleanup. That's gonna get me to stop.
He's cleanup. He should be like 7th or 8th.
Oh, dude, what? He should be in AAA. Is where he should be.
Jumbo shrimp.
He should be in jumbo shrimp. Is where he should be.
Wow,
Christopher
why are you so
Morel.
harsh?
Why am I so harsh?
I do remember us watching and go, watch, dude, watch. He's gonna hit a ground ball, 2 outs, out. Lo and behold,
that's what he does. But I just don't understand it. Some things in baseball are lost on me these days. They just are. 12 runs, you're like, that's great. Half the lineup, get out of here. We're facing a lefty today. Oh, okay. Who are we putting in there? More right-handed bums? Awesome. That's their big strategy. Lefty, righty, righty, lefty. Yeah, okay. How about ass versus ass? Where's that in your AI?
it's in their A. I don't know if it's in their I.
Crazy, dude. I am.
Give me my point. That's not a point.
Yeah, give him a point. Give him a point. I'm for it.
Literally waiting for that. He's so proud.
Teamwork.
This goes up there with no plan morale. It's like every single time they're like, hey, this guy can't throw a strike. Oh, let me swing at the first pitch. Pop up.
And here comes a text. Bases loaded, morale. Ground out to second. Watch. Here he
Dude's
comes.
a rally killer, dude.
He's like Iceman.
Yeah, he shoots. Yeah, he's like, well, one good song in 40 songs. Yeah, congratulations. You're Drake, Christopher Morel. They not like us. No, you know, like hit.
Point for Tobin!
That wasn't Drake, though.
Fair enough. I'll take my -1.
That's true. I don't know if you're gonna be disappointing.
That was
-1.
But it was funny.
Damn.
It was good. It was good.
It was still good.
Just wrong artist.
Apologize. I apologize. Listen, T sucks. All right.
The wrong T sucks.
T sucks.
Dude, wait. Right now he got some herb in his system triggering all of his emotions because he drank the whole box.
No, I swear he's drank the whole box throughout the whole
Every
show.
break, he goes and he gets a new one.
Lemongrass.
He's gonna go. He's gonna knock out.
That's probably
First of
true.
all, that Earl tea is supposed to be drank with milk. That's disgusting.
So
milk?
I was with a British person yesterday, and I was asking about this whole tea situation, and they were saying how it's like a little bit of milk with sugar and that black Earl's tea or whatever.
And what did David Beckham tell you?
David Beckham, he said it's an acquired taste. It's not for everyone.
Oh, so he agrees. Tea sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, he's English, so he likes it.
Oh, did you try it? It was terrible.
Nope.
Huh?
I did not try that
Why is that?
because it wasn't around me.
Because tea sucks. That's our show for today, everybody. We'll talk to you rascals tomorrow.
What colors are cake?
Who's that?
Senor Sincero.
Oh,
Whatever, dude. You take a mongoose out of the jungle and put it in the forest. It's a ferret.
Clip that because if I was anywhere near you, I would punch you in the throat.
Everybody,
That's why it's Tay-Tay's version, dude. I'll move to Utah.
Stop it.
I'll see y'all when I see y'all.